Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm the Dungeon Master, and this is Cats and Crowbars. I've been playing for over 17 years and Dungeon Mastering a little over 10 years. Next up we have Chloe, I believe.
Yeah, I'm Chloe. I haven't played D&D for about 6 or 7 years. I played it a little bit when I was in high school with my dad, who was usually the DM. But all I've played was 3.5, so this is kind of new to me.
What's your character?
My character is Squeege Kovash. He is a wild magic sorcerer kobold.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Hello, my name's Chris. I am the Bard Lesnalor. I've been playing 5th edition for about a year or so, give and take right now, but I used to play 4th edition many years ago, and now 4th edition is being depressing. Because it sucks.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I'm Wesley. I will be playing the Tabaxi Rogue Cosmic Creeper. I've played for about a year now, I believe, too. Whenever we started our game together, about a year or so. Mostly, well, only 5e. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
My name is Tyler. I'll be playing Volgar the Barbarian. I've been playing D&D on and off for about 15 years, primarily all 3.5. Just recently started getting into 5.
Hey, I'm Morgana. You're going to see or hear a bunch of nicknames from me, so any variation that starts with M. I played the Bard Tiefling. Her name is Ophlia Avardai. And I've been playing 5th edition for almost 2 years, and it's the only Dungeons & Dragons I have played. But before we get started, this needs to be said. So huge shout out to Syrinscape for their music that we are allowed to use. They've got some great fantasy music, great ambiance, sound effects, even some voices that probably will not be featured in this game. They have the website Syrinscape.com. You just gotta look it up, find some music you like. It's great for anything and everything fantasy tabletop RPG. We'll also have links in the descriptions of our podcast,
Yeah.
and there will also be a link to them on our website.
All right, perfect. All right, so guys, you guys saw our home rules. They're on our webpage if you guys need to see them at any time. Feel free to ask questions. I'm a noob-friendly GM. Even experienced players occasionally need help. All right, so let us begin.
And so it begins.
And so it begins. All right. On the continent of Yazura, you guys have been walking for many days, traveling to a small town of Tradevane for various reasons. Some of you have been called by destiny, others works of your clan. Each and every one of you has your own reason to have joined the caravan leaving from there. Having heard rumors of a town to the south where gods, or a god, has apparently begun walking amongst mortals once more. These rumors have started, and in the town of Tradevane, they've caused quite a stir. And some people are refusing to go further south to the town of Forceford, where the rich timberland provides wood that is highly sought after. And so each of you, having heard this rumor that a god or at least somebody posing as a god, have decided to join. You've been traveling for 9 days now in a 3-wagon caravan. 1 covered wagon and 2 carriages. Carriages. On the caravan, it's been mostly peaceful, pretty laid back. We have Ophlia, the tiefling bard, as well as Volgar in the back of the wagon, having been unable to either pay their way into the carriages or wanting a little more room to spread out. In the second caravan, or the second carriage, we have Squeak, Leslinor, and Creeper. Nope, you're Creeper.
Damn it.
Each of the nights you guys have chance to get to know each other, but being new around each other, having never met before, you've been a little timid. So, on your journey, you've also met driving the wagon is Mansell Watkins, a rather tall human fellow who has brown hair, rustic brown hair, tied in a braid, and a rather unusual travel companion. It's a raccoon. Raccoon. Yep.
Trash bandit.
Yep. But he seems a jovial fella.
The raccoon?
Yes. He really does. On the night of the 9th day, you guys find yourself around the campfire. And if you guys would like to describe yourselves, this is a good time.
Alright, I guess Offie, so it's pretty late in the day then?
Yes, you guys have just finished gathering firewood. You guys have started setting up a fire. The purples and dark reds of sunset have fallen.
Alright, I guess Ophlia then, sitting not too far off from the campfire, is retuning her violin. She is a red tiefling, but you notice in the light that her skin has an almost golden shine to it. She has very large yellow eyes with no pupils and no whites around them. She has raven black hair, and attached to it are 2 blue feathers that seem to flow freely in the breeze. Her horns, although they look as if they should have been curled ram horns, have grown back and almost into a large sweep out the back of her head. She also has very large goat legs and a large red tail with a very large black tuft at the end. She's about 5'10", but right now she's sitting down tuning her violin to play for the night. She's been playing every night that she's been on the caravan. So, anybody else doing anything, or?
Sure. So, Volgar, he's the barbarian. He's about 6'2", 6'3", long flowing blonde hair, blue eyes. Your normal Aryan, perfect Aryan.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
No win. Paid a lot for that spell. It works. His normal nightly routine is has to keep his weaponry sharpened and well maintained. So that's what he usually does at the evening around the fire.
So Cosmic is staying close to his short friend Squeege, making sure that no one gets too close to him. Pretty much just kind of fiddling with this golden coin in his hand, as he's been doing the entire time he's been traveling, always fidgeting with it in some way, shape, or form. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, what color fur?
Oh, a dark rustic brown. But
Ooh.
the tips, hands, feet, tail, ears all end in white. Makes for a fun stealth roll.
Right, going for the Sonic movie.
Usually
God.
wearing longer gloves and those sexy knee-high boots to keep all the white fur from showing. Tail usually hidden. Oh, a cloak. My goal is to get a cloak of billowing. I will get one. I will get one.
Go beard my hair.
Squeege feels a little more comfortable now that the sun has gone down and he's less obvious that he's wearing a disguise. So
Yeah, how are you disguised today?
what did you say those bird people were called again?
A Kenku.
Cool.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Disguise.
Okay. Disguised as a Kenku.
Yeah, he's disguised as a little Kenku. He's not saying anything. He tends to try not to speak too much. Whenever he does say something, he tries to imitate somebody's voice in order to make his disguise more convincing. But yeah, he's just kind of hanging out with his kitty cat friend, Cosmic. He is, how tall is he again? Like 2 feet?
You're like 2.
Yeah, you're tiny.
Yeah, he's 2 feet. He's got, well, he's disguised right now, but he's got green, scaly skin and yellow eyes.
And Lesnor is just observing everyone, just trying to see how exactly they would react to different situations, or just seeing how they are amongst each other. But he's about 5'11", has slight tan skin with sandy blonde hair, looks kind of like a average surfer you would think of. Though it looks like he's never seen a drop of water in his life besides a bath.
Never seen a drop of water?
Besides a bath.
Oh, jeez.
That's pretty sure.
Okay. So, go ahead, make a performance check for playing, and
performance for
Roll of the game.
First roll!
Come on.
and then the stealth.
Okay. Performance! Oh, that's a good roll too. That's 14 plus 7, so that's like 20 plus. Hold on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, so it's 24. Or not, so it's not 24. Oh my god. Can I math today? No, it's 21. It's 21. Wrong character. Okay, and let me. So that's 21 for playing. Do I have half his stats?
Hey, Wesley,
Yeah, it should be under.
I see him. I see him.
What?
a cup of coffee.
Oh, that reminds me. I need passive perceptions for everybody.
If it ran into my dice and just hit everything, does it still count? Or I moved it afterwards. But
Massive. What?
I need passive.
11.
Okay.
So instead of rolling onto the thing, it rolled into my dice. Does it still? Like I said, I moved it away after.
Yeah, if it bounced, if it's cocked, then it's cocked, but it hit something, so it's not cocked. Squeak, you have an 11 passive. 13 for. Why did you pick that name?
Leslinor? Okay, so make sure.
Leslie. I'm just going to shorten it. Leslie, you got a 13.
Also 13.
13 for Creeper.
Oh, somebody!
That was a 13.
14.
14. Nice for Vulgar.
Wow. God dang it.
All right, and what do you got there?
I got 11, but the second roll that I had to make was an 8.
Okay. And what was your
It is 11.
passive?
11.
Oh, sorry. I thought you rolled 11.
No, I did
11
not
roll
roll. I rolled an 8. My passive is 11.
All right. Sweet. All right. So 8 total, no bonuses.
I mean, that was his
With
bonus.
bonus.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Okay. So
that was like I said, it
What's-
ran into my dice. That's why I was checking, because I grabbed it because I thought it was not my what are these? My gemstone dice, but I grabbed it to move it away.
Okay. So, as you guys are going about, actually, you're playing, I'd say, with advantage.
Oh, with advantage then. Okay. I'm not using that dice for him anymore.
I tried bouncing it off wood and not the dice.
Where is the? Okay.
Hey, you're the dice goblin.
I know, I don't care. Oh, that's so much better. That is 24. That
Okay.
one is 24.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
That's a heavy die. It just stops.
Yeah,
Yes, it's one of my 2 sets of metal dice. Everything
I
else
prefer myself the metal dice. I like the heft of them.
I would have had a metal dice if they sent me that email earlier.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so as you guys are starting with your mess kits, soup is being a stew is being passed out, ladled out into your tin mess kits by the. Oh, shoot. Her name is Lenore. She's a rather elderly woman, human in her late 60s. As she leans over with a stoop and has the weathered skin of somebody who's been in the sun for too many years. She smiles at each of you, ladling out a thin stew as you guys have been traveling for 9 days. You guys listen to the music, and your companion finds roughly. Let's see, my first roll. 2 copper.
2 copper.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, so much copper.
So much copper.
man.
No, at some point it got distracted by a little bug.
No, yeah, that's fine.
It happens.
He's allowed. He puts up with Offie. He's allowed.
Okay. You see Manzel and his raccoon Alvis sitting and tightening down some straps next to the wagon wheel of their ride. Anybody else going to do anything, or are you guys going to settle in for the night?
Settling in for the night sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay. Manzel walks up to you, Volgar. I've got first watch if you're willing to take second.
Second's fine.
Aflia, third?
Oh, yes, that should be fine.
Perfect. All right. If nobody's going to do anything, Manzel is going. Everybody
Offia is going to pet Elvis before she goes to bed.
But it's not
She's
a
going to tempt him over with food.
I wish I had looked up raccoon noises, but he coos a little bit.
Yes.
It took a couple of nights, but they're finally starting to accept.
She gets him
The raccoon is actually like kind of buff for a raccoon.
Oh, what's the raccoon's strength score? I don't know.
You'll have to find out.
She gives him a good scritch behind the ears before she goes to bed, though.
All right. So, first night's watch.
She also snaps companion back.
Okay. Nobody notices. All right. Anybody going to stay up, or are they going straight to bed?
I'll go to bed. I mean,
Yeah, you 3 don't have to deal with watches because you guys decided to pay the extra fare to be in the.
decided. I wasn't given a choice.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, there's no more room. What with the fare and the other 2 people.
Offlia takes up a lot of room.
I want to go in and see if any of these are the more corrupted caravan masters, or if any of them might be somewhat corrupted.
Corrupted how?
Criminals.
Oh, criminals. Okay. So far of the drivers, you saw Lenore. She actually drives one of the carriages, and then a younger human lad. He also drives one. Let's see, his name is Brian.
Brian?
Brian.
BR-Ryan?
No, it's B-A.
Ryan. I'm adding an A in there now. Yep, his name is now Brian and Lenore. Okay. Yeah, you can investigate or talk to Brian or Lenore. Brian appears to be kind of a reedy young man, human again, weathered skin. Again, been in the sun for too long as a driver. And then Watkins is the Bad Coke. He's the third driver.
Like, and you read all these people that wait. I know that one.
Yeah. So, who do you want to talk to first?
I'm going to start with the youngest.
Bo Ryan.
Bo Ryan.
The best Ryan.
All right. He's by himself. He's appearing to be whittling on the edge of the firelight.
So, Bo Ryan,
Hey, yes?
how long have you been doing this?
Oh, well, I've been doing this particular route for about a year now, but I was a cab driver in the city of Tradevane for about 2 years before that. Before that, I was a bootblack.
So what made you decide to start doing this route and joining this caravan?
It pays more money to be a driver than it is to be a bootblack.
Story checks out.
All right.
You can insight check him if you want.
That actually sounds reasonable.
Right?
I'm good for the rest for tonight.
Okay. Turns out Lenore is like a master genius evil person and you're just not investigating it.
That was
for that
guy right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was him. Met the big boss. Our clutches, our paws, if you will.
Okay, Squeege, as a kobold, you're actually nocturnal, so you can attempt to sleep during the night, or it'd actually be a wisdom saving throw, a wisdom check to put yourself to sleep out of cycle.
Yeah. I feel like he would just not try.
Okay, so stay up through the night.
Yeah.
Okay, you can lightly doze and not take exhaustion.
Okay.
But this is just important because you'll be able to make perception checks with disadvantage because you're lightly dozing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Real quick. Go ahead. As the hours wear on through the first shift, go ahead and make perception with disadvantage. The rest of you bed down. Not unless, of course, you guys want to suffer a point of exhaustion staying up.
No.
I'm sleeping.
Not at level 1.
No, God, no. Good point.
Hooray for level 1, everybody!
Woo!
Best luck.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah!
What was it?
A 1.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
lower.
it's with disadvantage, so.
I wanted to see if I would get another one.
Yeah. Double disadvantage. The cart collapses on you. No, I'm kidding. You're trying to sleep. You're dozing slightly. This first bit, it's really rough for you to try and sleep because this bug just keeps crawling underneath your little wooden mask that makes up your Kenku face. And
Oh my god, are you serious?
it drives you insane as you feel it going across your scales, but then finally, with a satisfying crunch, you rake your tongue across it, holding it into it.
That exactly what.
Yeah. Okay. At around 11 o'clock, Bad Coke wakes you up for your shift. the fire's still going strong, and there's still wood for you to throw on. So go ahead and, for your shift, make a perception check with disadvantage because of low light and you're a human.
When his hair is so bright.
You know, the faint moonlight gleams off of the follicles erupting from your scalp. You still roll with disadvantage.
So the
Disadvantage?
the lowest of two numbers.
21.
21. There's something out there. As you're through the tall grass, you guys have in a little valley of hills. There's still a bit of tall grass though, but through it something just doesn't seem right. There's a bit of a shine that you can see through the firelight just reflecting off of it in the darkness.
Okay. I yell at it.
How do you yell at it?
It's a. So you said there's a shine?
Yeah, it's a shine.
Like.
Looks kind of like metal.
Oh, like metal?
Yeah.
Like, I'll just yell, hey! Are you, what do you want? What are you doing here?
Throw my dagger at it.
Throw a javelin.
The shine is about 40 feet away.
Uh-huh.
You needed a high perception to see the shine. Are you going for like intimidation, or are you trying to persuade them?
Just general, neutral kind of just. Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to assign whether this is intimidation or persuasion.
Intimidation, I guess.
Okay.
Middle of the night, not
Being a buff, muscly kind of man, you can use your strength for your intimidation roll instead of your charisma, whichever's higher.
Yeah, definitely strength.
All right, so go ahead and roll intimidation.
10?
10?
Yeah.
Well, if you're using strength,
Add
it's a
strength
plus
to that.
4.
Plus 6.
Or no,
Oh, no, that's your saving
Right
throw.
there.
Sorry. Oh yeah, plus 4. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 8.
8.
Wait, what did you roll?
You rolled a 4.
Oh my god.
Do you have any proficiency in intimidation?
I do.
All right, then you add plus 2.
Yeah, that's your proficiency.
So it's again 10.
So 10.
You're right the first time.
Okay.
I'm guessing your charisma and strength are the same.
My charisma is lower. My charisma
No,
is
we
only plus 2 my
were
strength.
looking up of saving
So-
throws for a second.
okay.
It's equal. My strength and my charisma are
Okay,
the same.
that's perfectly fine. Oddly enough, the shine is not intimidated.
Is it?
It does move though.
Oh, it does move.
Yeah, the shine disappears, but you watch as it there's a rustle in the grass, and the shine moves sideways and then disappears.
Would you say this is like dry grass or?
You're gonna start a fire?
It's a warm summer's eve, and basically the equivalent of August. So yeah, it's kind of dry. The last summer storm rolled through about a week ago, so it's getting kind of dry.
Okay.
Don't do it. We're level 1. Good love of God.
Have mercy.
It's over before it began.
All right, I'm gonna take a piece of the wood that's on fire. And I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, you have torches in your inventory,
No.
your adventurer pack.
Oh, but I didn't have any torches on.
It should.
Yeah, the adventurer pack, I believe.
has torches, I believe, right?
Yeah, it comes, I believe, with 10 torches.
It does.
Torch.
But I got a perfectly good fire right here.
I've got a pretty good.
Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. As you reach into the fire, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. As you're handling. All right, so I have the home rule for natural 20s. You add your proficiency to it. So
Constitution.
So Constitution saving throw.
And then, so you're going to do here with your Constitution saving throw?
Plus 6.
Plus 2 as well.
Plus 2.
So plus so
28.
28.
So you rolled a 28 for this.
Yes.
So you reach into the fire, and You smell cooking flesh, but your hands are pretty weathered and calloused. Like, yeah, you've got your CE gloves. You take no damage, and now you've got a rather intimidating burning stick. I mean, like the entire thing is like smoke erupting off of it. It's still got a big ball of fire licking up the entire thing, and you just managed to grab onto the coal end.
I'm gonna go investigate where I saw it.
Yeah, all right.
You guys went.
Okay. You go trundling off into the grass by yourself. Go ahead, Squeak, and make a perception check with disadvantage because you're still attempting to sleep in.
19.
19 on the lowest?
Oh no, 17.
17 on the lowest. You stir as you smell burning flesh when you shouldn't be. And you hear a gruff man's voice calling out. Actually, everybody. Well, actually, Offlia and Manzel would have been able to.
Oh,
to
that's
hear.
true.
So
too.
you guys get to roll with disadvantage as well.
With disadvantage?
Yep.
Actually, that is not my perception dice. Hold on. Let me get my advantage, twins. With disadvantage. Oh, my advantage twins came through for me. So
Nice.
stop rolling. I knew you were the highest one. Perception?
Yeah.
13.
13. All right.
I'm used to not having proficiency in this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
DC for that was 10, so everybody passes who got to roll. I'm sorry, you two. Yeah, you guys are actually very comfortable. And yeah.
I'm a cat. Sleeping is what I do.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right. You wake up, Manzel wakes up. You watch as Mansell reaches behind the driver's seat of the wagon and pulls out an extremely unusual claymore. It's about as tall as he is, and it's pounded very thin, and is about 1.5 feet wide. And it's slightly convex in one side, kind of like a shield would be. And you watch, as you also see bands of steel, like braces across it, 3 of them. He goes, all right. You go with him. I'll protect the caravan. It's part of the fair, lass.
I know. Offlia, because he's already got light, is actually going to cast light on herself using her bardic focus, the necklace that she has, and she's going to cast light. Just because it's the only thing she probably has on her that she's going to cast light on her horns.
Okay.
So she's coming in with giant glowing horns off the top of her head.
Yeah. You hear as she hums a little tune, holding onto this trinket around her neck, and then she just reaches out and touches as her horns begin to glow, shedding off torchlight, I believe, right?
It is no larger than 10 feet in any 20-foot radius.
Bright light?
It's bright light for a 20-foot radius, yeah.
Yeah, so a torch.
After that, or
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another 20 feet of dim.
Dim. Okay.
So, yeah, both of you have basically what counts as torches.
Yep.
On the sides of your
Not
head.
concentrated.
Yours personally, though, burns a little bit more than hers.
Only to the weak.
Yeah. With your constitution, you're fine for at least a little while until that fire starts licking down it again.
Yeah.
All right.
This is why I have light.
All right. So you guys both are you guys sticking together? Or are you guys gonna go off in separate directions?
You probably are behind you because she's probably a couple feet back. As her hooves smack into the ground to kind of catch up. She does not look strong. She is not strong.
Large.
She's tall. She's soft looking. She looks like she likes cake a little bit. Not a lot. She's still little.
And her tail's big too.
And the big old tail.
That's where all the cake goes.
I know. Probably. That and her hips, because she got big old goat legs.
Big heaps. There we go. That'll work.
She's thick.
So you can probably hear her trying to catch up behind you. You can do whatever with that.
I'm totally focused on going to where I last saw that.
All right.
The shiny.
All right. We need both of you to make new perception checks. Squeak, you can also. You're awake now, so if you want to go with them, you can.
Perceptive look.
You will not have disadvantage in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, unless you enter the light, correct?
No,
It's
it's
just
just the
daylight,
sunlight.
Just
yeah.
sunlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, specifically sun.
I thought it was bright light, but it says just sunlight.
Yeah, she's fine in torchlight and everything. It's the sun's kind of like makes her skin too itchy and it's distracting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to follow them because I don't want to sleep and there's nothing better to do.
Okay. Are you stealthing up on them, or are you just gonna like announce your presence?
No, I'm not going to sneak up on him or anything. I'm just-
Okay. All right. So the three of you begin trudging off into the.
As I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 7. I'm way focused on that spot.
Yeah. You go to the spot and you begin looking around. Your hands getting a little sweaty.
These weak arms are having.
But there's nothing there. You know that it moved, and you saw the direction it was moving, but you just couldn't pick a bead as to where it disappeared to in the tall grass. Squeak, what'd you get?
Oh, I forgot to roll. 19.
19. You pick up on whispering. It sounds like a few humanoid voices.
Don't hear what they're saying though.
You catch snippets. Looks like somebody saw you. I'm sorry. I'm just so hungry. Right, let's flake around. And then you hear rustling.
Okay.
You're gonna.
And you hear more rustling of more than the feet of what we're talking.
Am I the only one that passed that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I hear whispering coming from that way. And I point towards the
Oh,
the way that I
okay.
heard it.
Let's see what I can do.
Nothing good.
Excellent.
Okay, I guess. No, she's not brave enough. Never mind. I don't know my
She told me where I heard the whispering, right?
Yeah.
Well, since I have a good source of light now next to me, I throw my torch in the direction that.
Okay.
Oh god.
Make a strength check.
Roll for firefighting.
So it's just gonna be your d20 plus the 4.
17.
17. You throw the torch. It goes quite a ways. You hear it clatter against a rock, and you watch as sparks fly off through the grass. You see smoke billowing, but nothing seems to have caught fire. There is a shocked whelp of surprise.
Make no.
And-
I want to hear the shocked well. Nice.
Right. What's your armor class?
Wilhelm scream.
16.
16? Okay. As you hear creaking of wood and string, and a arrow comes flying out.
Oh dear.
It zooms past your head because they have disadvantage at this distance because it's night and you're. Oh, actually, no, it'd just be a straight roll because you're actually in bright light.
It is. It's true.
It still whizzes past your head as your innate sense as a well-traveled ruffian. You dodge out of the way as the arrow sings by, and you hear, "Shit! Get them!" And everybody roll initiative, including those who are asleep.
I made my own choice. What is your initiative?
Yes. I want to be lazy for once.
What is my initiative? Bonus 3.
Bonus 3.
Bonus 3.
Oh no! Oh no! You like me this time. Why? Why?
Let's go first.
Well, you gotta wait for him
wants to
to.
go first.
You gotta wait for him to call out your number sets.
Okay.
Because this.
Oh, it's plus dex, right?
It's.
Oh, I mean, sorry, it says initiative +4, which is my dex, so I'm assuming it's dex.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
plus dex.
Alright,
You
so
can initiative in 5, can't you?
I'm trying to hold.
You can hold your initiative in 5, can't you? I know you can.
you can hold your action.
Yeah.
Basically what it is you have movement, you have an action and a bonus action and a reaction. So in 5.0, because they haven't released like a 5.5 yet, you use your reaction to hold either your movement, your action, or your bonus action.
Who's not holding initiative?
Yeah, in 35 you could pick. You could be like, okay, you roll the time, you're like, I'm going to hold, and then you could choose, and let other people go.
Oh.
You would go then after, and then
You cannot.
in later rounds, that would be your new initiative spot. You could pick
So we have to go with what the dice say,
Yep.
basically. Lovely.
Oh wait, what is this? Oh,
Did
okay.
anyone roll particularly well?
Me.
Alright,
Going first. You can go
20 and over.
25.
20.
Because I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, I got a flat 20.
25. Offie. Alright,
You lied.
flat
Two
20.
that don't want to go first.
I got
Or-
7.
Alright, 15 to 20. Okay, 10 to 15.
11.
11. Alright.
What do you roll? A 0?
11 for Leslie.
Only less.
Alright,
I'm too
Leslie.
shocked by that. Really?
Squeak, you said you got a 7? 7 for Squeak.
So, of course, you're last. Because why not?
Yes. I've done
6.
that too.
6 for Volg. Alright, top of the round, Offlia.
Okay, she can't see them.
Alright, so
Right. Can
let's get minis on the board.
Did you find a tabaxi for me?
Knees up?
No, I didn't. Just find
I'm
a.
going to use a fairy.
Yes.
Be a barrel again.
All right, so
Could be the well.
No, I'm asleep.
Oh, that's you. That's so.
Here's the fairy.
all right, so here is
There's no barrel.
the wagon.
Just be that guy.
Yes, be this guy.
Here is a carriage,
Sure.
and
How are we gonna tell them apart?
Oh my god. Dama Glass. I'll be this zombie for now.
Okay.
That'll work.
So y'all are back here.
Yeah.
so this is the wagon, and those two are the carriages.
Oh, we're in the carriages then.
And up here in the carriages. So they're like there.
Yep.
That works.
All right, you guys are over
Oh, where's
here.
where's your friend? Mansell.
Oh yeah, I forgot,
I've got Mansell Watkins.
I forgot about
Man-
Manziel, Washington.
Mansell is right here. Albus is over here.
Elvis, no! Get back, it's not worth it.
And there's the campfire.
Okay.
Okay, so
And then tall grass starts right here.
all right.
The tall girls are the Jurassic Park too.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Pokemon.
And then we've got more tall grass over.
Yeah, I'd rather Pokemon.
Just walk into the tall grass. You'll get attacked by a creature that's going to fall at it. You'll
do
be
we
fine.
have
And then we've got big rocks.
big rocks?
Big rocks.
Big box. So are we
Here.
I assume that we don't know, but do they know like what direction these a-holes are coming from ish?
Yep.
Yes, because we saw the arrow. But that makes me question: can Offlia see? any of them.
Hopefully, you have dark vision out to how far?
I want
60?
I want to say
Dark vision is
20.
60. For me, it's
Let
60.
me check because it might be different for Tiefling. Up to 60 feet.
I need that box of minis.
There's the box of minis.
Yeah, thank you. I was expecting it back, but then I never asked for it. Sorry.
Yeah, so she can see out to 60 feet.
Okay.
And then she's
We've
also
got-
casting light
Alright.
because it's not a concentration.
This person here has half cover. Also half cover. Everybody in the grass has half covered because they're obscured. Ooh, actually, this will be Mansell.
Oh, that's much more heroic. With the cape and the Templar look. I like it.
Yeah. What was this? Like a little elf druid? It was, or not elf druid. That's an elf ranger.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
All right. That.
Oh god, there's a lot of them.
What?
So
Tanks last.
what? Okay, so
And I probably got as much health as now.
there's 2 archers and
Yeah. But you also.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, there's 2 archers.
2 archers. And is there anybody else carrying a large weapon?
Make a perception check.
That's going to cost me my action, though, isn't it?
I'll make it a bonus.
Okay. All right. Percepta look is.
Yeah, Percepta look.
Percepta look. 19. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
What are we
Thank
looking
you.
for again?
19.
A large weapon.
Okay, so this gentleman over here is wielding what looks to be a nasty curved kind of longsword.
Mm-hmm.
This person over here is wielding a very large club.
Okay.
These two have longbows that look kind of beaten and weathered.
Yep.
And this little guy, you can barely see, but you just see the top of his head, so you can't.
That's fine. Okay. Archers and the guy with the nasty scimitar, Bane.
Okay, what is the radius on Bane?
Oh wait, that's up to 30 feet. That's right. So she has to move closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So she's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 out to here to see everybody. And then she should be able to see 30.
It's just anybody within 30 feet?
No, it's up to 3 creatures within 30 feet. So she's hitting the 2 archers and the guy with the nasty sword.
Okay, what is the saving throw?
15 charisma.
15 charisma. Okay. All right.
And then I'll be concentrating. So God help me.
2 archers.
Oh, yeah.
Charisma?
Charisma.
What were you casting?
Bane.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah, I figure as much.
Okay, 1 fails.
Oh, thank God.
It's one of the archers.
That works. It's fine.
That's good.
Yep, and I guess I will be able to use one of these rings
Yay.
until my actual markers show up. So, this guy is baned.
And then the other guy passed as well.
Yes, the 2 archers, or one of the archers and the guy with the hooked longsword.
Gosh darn it. 15 is even a really good save DC.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 for one of the archers, a 14 for the other archer, and a 17 for the...
Oh, whatever. One of them's Bane. Mark me for concentration.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a
I know.
separate marker for concentration.
I'll just know that she's concentrating.
Okay, awfully... that is you.
Sorry.
Concentrating.
The knife hand copy?
Yeah.
Pretty good. That's what it's something from.
Okay. You still have a little bit of movement if you want to take it.
I have 5 feet of movement, and she's going to step back 1.
All right. Creeper.
Oh, I can't get into melee range, so I'm just gonna pull in the. Are you awake to begin with?
Yeah,
we're awake. We're awake. I thought, right?
No.
So I rolled initiative.
Oh, yeah,
without being
sorry.
awake?
Yeah, sorry. Creeper, you're still asleep. It's for when somebody wakes you up, you will...
Oh, so I don't have to worry about going first.
Yeah, sorry.
Or second.
Next up
So do I,
is
roll to wake up?
bandits, followed by... nobody's... Awfully, what's the components for Bane?
It says a drop of blood, but
Is it verbal, somatic,
it's
material?
Let me check it again. Verbal, somatic.
Go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
Me?
Yes. This will be at the end of your turn.
Yeah, and a material.
With disadvantage? Poop. 10 plus, you said perception?
Yeah.
10 plus 14.
You wake up at the end of your turn.
Excuse me. 13, I apologize.
Yeah, it's DC 10 to wake up.
Okay.
All right, so you are now awake and entering in.
Still prone, I assume, too?
Yeah, you are prone and inside the carriage. Well, actually, you guys would be actually outside of the carriage unless, of course, you want to actually try and sleep inside of it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll be outside.
Okay, it's a warm summer's night. All right, Bandit's turn, followed by Leslie. All right. So.
Welcome to the life of Rufio.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, actually,
Are we doing every diagonal is 5?
in 5e it's non-Euclideal, so every diagonal is 5.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's really nice to know, actually. That's good.
Yeah.
Non-Newtonian or
Non-Euclideal.
fluid.
All right. He disappears.
Oh, Small vanishes.
Yep, he ducks into the long grass, and
He ducks. I mean, he just walks straight.
passive perceptions, though. He's going to attempt to throw a dagger.
But I have to.
throw my dagger.
He threw me dead.
Okay.
They throw the halfling at him.
Throw the halfling at him.
It's the kobold this time.
It's the half.
Awfully,
I like it.
the two of you tie, so I need you to make a
What?
perception check. He tied his stealth with your passive.
That's 11.
I know, he rolled awful.
That is.
So go ahead and make a perception check
Okay.
against a subsequent stealth for him.
Perception.
Yep.
Wait, in 11.
Okay. He does not surprise you.
Oh my god.
At the last second, you see the grass part as a dagger comes flying out.
Oh no.
Yep. He is actually right here now. And I need you to tell me what is your armor class.
14.
14.
Not bad. It's better than my other bard.
Yeah, I think 21 hits.
Oh no, not at all.
Well, luckily it's just a little dagger.
So 1d4 plus whatever.
What's a scratch?
Roll 10d4.
You suffer 6 points of piercing damage.
Yay!
Wow, you're
halfway dead. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, as it just sink right into, just right under the clavicle. It's right there. It's just stuck there, and you're like, ugh, I need you to make a concentration check.
Oh, yeah, Constitution saving throw.
It's a
right?
Constitution saving throw. If you've got Warcaster, it's with advantage.
I do not have Warcaster. I took Ritual, remember?
That's right.
Oh my god, that's like 15. I passed.
Yeah, you pass. I mean, DC was 10, so.
I know.
At level 1, all concentration checks are basically 10.
I know, but I passed.
Well, it's time to wake up, stand up.
Alright, so you maintain Bane.
I maintain Bane.
Alright. This guy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're the only one he can reach. He's going to take a swipe at you. What is your armor
I'm going
class?
down.
Oh no.
I'm going down hard.
Well,
As he comes charging through, he swings, but there's a dry patch of grass and a gopher hole, and he goes and he stumbles. His long sword just digs into the ground, and he spends the rest of his action pulling it out, and he's just like, "Fuck!"
Now I have to wait my turn again.
Yeah,
stand
basically.
here and watch me. Staring intently into your eyes.
Allia's like lit up too. She's like shaking right now. Oh my god.
I need your armor class.
16.
16.
Please.
Another arrow comes flying out. and it pings off of the armor of the guy and diverts up high. He misses. The other archer is going to move over.
He's
He is baned.
Okay.
He's going to go after you, Squeak.
Oh boy.
What's your armor class?
What does Bane do again?
It subtracts a 1d4 off of all of their attacks, which is super helpful.
Yeah, you're telling me. And you get that anyway.
Okay. What's your armor class?
13.
13. The energy from the Bane spell just coalesces around his eyes and unleashes it, and it flies over your head.
Oh, too short.
Yeah, just slightly too short. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. He comes charging out of the long grass. And he swings his club. And you reach up with your battle axe and just deftly parry it aside. Leslie, followed by Squeak. Leslie, you are asleep at the end of your turn. Go ahead and make a...
I'm still asleep.
I forgot to...
Not by choice. Okay, maybe it's my choice, but still.
Manzel moves and he starts shouting and he wakes you guys up. Yes. Well,
Shouting, I'm already awake. I'm just laying there.
no, but
I was still asleep.
yeah, the other bard was still asleep. He just like runs up and in his armored boot just kicks you. He goes up. Then he finishes off his movement there.
So I'm awake now?
You are awake,
we're
but that
still
is
laying down.
you are prone, and that's it. Squeak, followed by Volg.
Oh boy.
Invoke what?
Which one is
first.
Where is Athley on here?
Aflia is this guy.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over here and cast Mage Armor on her.
Oh, what?
On her?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get in there.
All right. It's a leveled spell, so go ahead and roll.
Oh no! Wait, I thought
D20,
the
right?
DM had to roll the d20.
I'm gonna let her do it because
Okay.
I don't want to.
I got 7.
7. All right. You reach into your ancestral bloodline, just feel the energy coursing through, and you feel as scales, arcane, just crawl across your skin, shine bright for a moment, and then disappear.
Okay, so it worked.
Yeah.
What does Mage Armor do?
2 days?
It is.
I can't remember. Your AC is
your AC is 13 plus Dex, yeah.
Okay.
13. Oh my gosh, it's 16!
Yeah, your armor class is now 16.
Oh my gosh!
Alright, you are now under the effect of mage armor. You still have a bonus action, I believe, and the rest of your movement.
What can I do as a bonus action?
Anything that has a bonus action.
Actions. So is it in there? Bonus action. You could actually go to bonus action. That tells me nothing. It tells you exactly what you can do. Bonus action, which is nothing.
That's weird because I have more bonus actions than that as a rogue, but whatever.
No, you're not level 2 yet.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I have a bonus action.
I do too.
I do too.
Alright,
It's
I'm gonna-
called die.
Stay there and hide behind them.
Okay, so you begin cowering in your false Kenku visit.
Yeah.
Cowering.
Oh my god.
All right.
But it's not grovel, cower, and beg.
No, not yet, not
Not
yet.
yet, not yet.
All right, Volk, followed by Awfully at the top of the round.
Yep.
Okay. I rage because that guy really pissed me off.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Coming out of the. Actually, the one that really pissed me off was the archer. Because what kind of fucking coward just sits back there and shoots arrows?
Exactly. It's not like I have to sit back and cast spells.
I was going to say a smart one.
Do you really need to put
Not
that on him?
really.
He's gonna rage 99%
There's a
of the time.
little bit of fire back there. Oh, right over there. Right.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah, let's use that.
Rage.
That's what I always use. Yeah, a little bit of fire.
We should honestly just mark if he's not raging. Let's be realistic here.
Unfortunately, he only has 2 rages.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but as soon as it's morning, he has his rages back because
Exactly.
this doesn't count against.
oh, you're right. You can just sling spells all day, not you. But,
And then I'm going to try to, chop his head off, essentially.
Okay, so you're going after the guy with the cudgel.
The one that just, came out of the grass and tried to club me.
All right, go for it.
Alright.
nice.
Nice.
Well,
So 19 plus.
it totally hits.
What are you using? The hand
The
axe?
great axe.
Great axe, so it's plus
25.
In the
Plus-
glow of Ophlia's horns, you see the somewhat gaunt visage of a young man who's definitely panicking and just going on pure instinct. Roll your battle axe damage. Don't forget to add your rage modifier too.
So it's
10.
10 plus 2.
Because of strength, right?
Oh, yeah,
10 plus 4 plus
Plus
2.
2.
So 16.
Then what does rage do for it again?
It's the plus 2.
Oh, it's the that was proficiency.
No.
Yeah. You come swinging and just and you just catch him right here in the sternum, and he goes.
Oh.
It's coughing up blood.
Collapses
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's reassuring.
as his club goes clattering to the ground. All right. Your bonus action was to rage. Your attack.
Still have a movement. Right?
Yes, you have all your movement.
Yeah, just
You can move through this square.
just be careful moving out of this guy
Yeah,
because it's an attack of opportunity. But you would take his reaction so everyone else could run past him.
Do I go after the cowardly archer? Nah, I'll just take a move one to my right. Yeah, and get right in front of that guy.
Yep. Okay. All right. That ends Volg's turn. If you want, you can actually move in here and engage with more of them because you can see him.
Oh yeah, you can flank around him without provoking attacks of
okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay. So now melee attacks against him will be with advantage.
With advantage, that's right.
Yep.
Because he's surrounded.
Yep. Because of flanking. Yep. All right. That is Volk's turn. Top of the round, Ophlia, followed by Creeper.
Yeah, so the guy in front of her is just angry, mean looking, and not very friendly. Like,
The guy in front of you is wearing some studded leather armor. It's barely put together. It's very hodgepodge. You see kind of like a mange of facial hair that's not growing in quite right.
but he looks more dangerous to her at the moment, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's wielding a very large weapon, like, right at you.
In your
So.
face, too.
Okay, well, because character, and I'm no longer playing Anger Cat, Grumpy Cat, where are you? I want to kill... Anyway, she is going to go ahead and strike at him with her rapier. She is not going for a kill, even if she does all the damage, if possible.
Okay,
Remember what happened last time?
alright.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying this now. She's not trying to kill him. She's trying to incapacitate him.
Defend herself.
Okay, I'll say go ahead and make an attack with disadvantage. But it's with advantage, it's a straight roll because of flanking.
Okay.
Straight roll because of flanking. Pick one of those dice.
I'm not rolling.
Come on.
The advantage twins do not get rolled separately.
The advantage twins.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 5.
I don't know, that might not hit.
It's 19. Does 19 hit?
14 plus 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
Huh?
Isn't that 21? Oh, no, that's 19.
14.
Never mind.
19.
Yeah, it hits either way.
Yeah. It's 19.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. As you, like, he swings at you and you draw your rapier and you duck and then you just...
Yeah, she's trying to incapacitate, not kill.
Yeah, you go for the meat of the thigh.
That's how Ophlia works.
Yeah, there's a story behind it. 7, by the way.
7 damage, okay.
She tried to get him in the carotid.
Oh my god, no!
I was running when she made it. Tried to do it.
already had like 2 HP.
All right.
I was so mad.
Creeper, it is your turn.
Hold on, I'm not done. She still has
A bonus, sorry.
bonus action.
I forgot
because I have bonus actions like this.
Excuse you.
By the way, she looks at her new barbarian friend that she's known for a couple days. She goes, "You are so much better than me. You go for it." And you have inspiration.
Nice.
It's an extra 1d6 for 10
Everything but
minutes.
damage.
Huh?
Basically everything but damage.
Everything but damage. You can add a
basically.
1d6 to. So if you think you're going to hit something by 1, you can definitely roll the 1d6. If you need to make a concentration check, you get a 1d6.
Basically, when you roll a d20, you can roll a 6.
Yeah.
It's a one-time use.
Oh, it's a one-time
It's a
use.
It's a
one-time
one-time
use.
use.
And you got 2 of those if you need it.
Yeah.
We have 2 bards. So.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But inspiration doesn't stack.
It does.
No,
I'm saying you have double the
my
attack.
GM inspiration is the only inspiration that will stack.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
Inspired.
Alright, now is it my turn?
It is your turn, Creeper.
Oh my god. So I have to use half my movement speed to stand up, right?
Yes, you do.
Alright, well, okay. I open my eyes and.
Here's his cat-like reflexes to jump up.
Yeah, I just.
I don't think he does that yet.
Oh no, I can use my racial, which is probably what I end up doing. 'Cause I only have 20 movement. Well,
So you'll have 40 movement.
this is the bad guy, right?
No, this guy. Oh yeah, this guy's a bad guy.
Cool, dude.
That is a bad guy.
Alright.
That's a bad guy, and that's a bad guy.
No, you do miss it short by like 1 or 2.
No, I'll be fine actually, because this is 5, 10, 15, 20, and then that's within 30 feet of him. I can use my hand crossbow at least.
Yep.
Something.
And he's being
Is that going to be
harried.
considered a sneak attack too?
Yes, because he's being harried.
So I'm going to hand crossbow it up.
Yes.
Alright, so.
Oh my. You're my favorite. Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta suck up to that surgery at some point.
Alright, so that's
Hey, you can have me one too if you want.
17.
Well, you're
the
doing a
base
good
of
job.
17
You're giving
hit.
me beer and cupcakes.
Yeah.
So.
Base of 17 will hit.
Okay.
You picked the best one.
So
Yeah, if it's not me grabbing
damage
the
is
food, we're gonna have someone else,
1d6
and try to
plus
grab
4. So 9 plus the sneak attack damage of 6. He's extra dead. That's 15 damage.
15 damage.
Where does the arrow hit? Tell me. In grave detail.
Yeah. Leaking blood from his thigh from a rapier wound. You jump up and steady your crossbow as you come slowly walking forward. You watch as he readies another swing, and you just get a little tongue sticking out, and he goes,
Little tongue blip.
yep, little cat blip, and it just goes right in the neck, and he goes,
Does he cough blood all over the
no, it just kind of drools down his chest and into his awful patchwork armor as he collapses.
I salute him as he dies.
You.
Is that a dab?
Oh jeez.
Epic dab.
Yeah.
And then we don't really have any bonus actions, so yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
I took mobile, so I have 40
Okay.
feet.
So that is Creeper's turn. Bandit's turn.
Okay.
So mad. I kind of like number 17.
Shit. This one.
No.
Actually, I'm gonna go with that guy first.
Yeah, Small.
Small is going first.
Well, he went first last time too.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
He's wide-eyed little halfling goes, oh shit! As this towering human with a battle axe.
And most beautiful hair.
And most,
It's been like, waving the whole time.
Well, he's right there between.
he's just staring down at him with I'm assuming a grin.
All caked in blood.
Yeah.
Darn it! I can't make little things with.
Yeah, he's going to use his action to disengage.
Oh, nice.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, this one is going to fire at you. Armor class of 16, you said?
Yes.
Holy.
Miss. The other one's taking a shot and rolled the exact same thing, and Bane made it even worse.
Yeah, Bane.
And Bane stays on for, I'm assuming, some
5,
minutes.
10,
It stays on
15,
for 1 minute as long as I can hold concentration. So don't let people hit me. In other words.
No.
30, 5,
Well, they're running
10,
away from us now.
20, 25,
Good.
30.
That's sad.
Yeah, I said unfortunate. Yeah, I want them to come back. I agree with you.
Sweet XP just runs away.
No, it doesn't. Alright. Just because you don't kill it doesn't mean...
Oh.
Yeah, XP is also in this game. You can get it from interactions and
Yeah,
such.
you told me that.
So
Yeah, you don't have to kill
literally
things.
get XP from
I
going
yell
hat
at them
shopping.
and call them cowards as they run.
Alright.
You level up.
Yeah, right? Alright, Leslie followed by Squeed, then Volg. It appears that the bandits are fleeing. The 3 survivors, at least.
I go back to sleep.
Alright,
Wow,
Leslie just goes, 5 more minutes and rolls over.
No, it's like they got it in hand. Come back to sleep.
Okay.
They got this.
Alright then. Good night.
You should just crack one weary eye, look around, and then close it again.
Pretty much.
Alright. Squeak! The bandit lying on the ground with an arrow, a bolt sticking out of his neck, you can see blood is still like. It appears the bandit is not quite dead, but is just unconscious.
not dead yet.
Oh.
Nope, nothing I can do.
Okay. But there are people fleeing. If there's anything that you wanted to do.
I'm not concerned about the people fleeing.
Okay. Volk.
I am concerned about people fleeing. I'm going to go smash that archer.
I don't know.
Smash!
Okay.
I should think I'm within range. Can you reach him?
5, 10, 15. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Alright, well, it's nice knowing him. That's going dead. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not.
All right, you just swing, and he goes, and it just
No, what does that add up to? So it's 2,
2,
8.
8.
And then we don't know his armor class off the
No.
top of our head, so you don't know if the 1d6 would help or not.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure the 1d6 would probably help, but it's up to, I mean, the fight's almost over. I would just use that inspiration real quick.
It doesn't.
If I were,
matter.
that's for like, what, 10 minutes?
It lasts for 10 minutes, but it's whenever you roll a 1d20.
Do it.
I mean, you guys were rolling after a roll?
yeah, I mean, it's fine.
8.
Yeah.
9 total? Yeah,
Yeah.
same result. You just catch a little bit of his greasy hair with your axe blade.
Thought you needed a haircut.
Yeah.
All right, Aphlia.
Alfie,
There is a guy dying at your feet.
He's unconscious.
Yep, and bleeding heavily from a neck
Oh
wound.
my god, okay, well. I'm so mad I'm not the barbarian anymore. Her character's so different. Okay,
You chose this.
I know I chose this.
Horribly.
She's going to try to stop the bleeding because, you know, she can't stand to let people die around her. 'Cause she's okay.
Okay, so you could either use a curative spell, or
I'm no. You
or you
dare.
can try and stabilize with a medicine check.
I'm gonna try to stabilize with the medicine check.
Okay, do you have a medicine kit?
Oh wait.
Rolls 2, you put your finger in his hand.
You spit into your palm and rub some dirt in there.
Oh no, I don't. I don't have a medicine. I'm not
Okay, it's fine.
proficient in medicine kit either. So
That's fine. Just roll a medicine check.
Oh, this will be good.
So just trying to do everything she can to help is what it comes down to. It would be the first time she accidentally got a body count. That's a 8.
8.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
Okay.
He's pretty dead, Jim.
Alright, he gets to make a Constitution saving throw.
Good thing he doesn't have Bane on him.
Yeah. That's not the dice I rolled. Where did I roll go? Oh well, I just rolled it again. Okay.
I'm still mad I am. Like, I'm not the tank today.
Okay.
You can kill him or not, I'm excited.
You don't make it better, but you don't make it worse.
Yeah! Trying.
I mean,
Alright, Creeper, it's your turn. Follow.
Wait, no, she still has a bonus action.
yeah, you
absolutely. Okay, inspired my cat friend.
Oh my god, last time you did this.
Last time I inspired you, it worked real nice too.
Well, I can't get. Hold on a second.
And
10, 15, 20.
and as she's like holding
40.
the
You're shooting.
she's trying to help. She goes, "You've got quite the idiot there," and that's why you're inspired.
So you're gonna use your.
I'll use my cat-like reflexes to double my movement speed to 80.
Okay.
This was. I'm not entirely sure what the exact number was, but it's within 80 behind that dude with Bane.
Okay.
It was like 65, 70-ish.
It's fine. We'll just put you there.
Well, no, I want to be in melee range.
Oh, you want to be in melee?
Yeah,
okay.
that's within 80 feet. I counted.
Yes.
These guys.
And we'll sneak it since they're fleeing. I assume I can sneak attack or no?
Yeah, he's being harrowed. So.
Yep.
So then we'll go with the rapier. So it's 5 plus Dex plus proficiency. Plus 6. 11.
11 misses.
Oh. All right.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I am inspired. You already told me I missed, so whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, man. All right. Bandit's turn. They both disengage, and then they run another 30 feet.
They can't get away from us. I can run 40 feet. Just saying.
Yeah, but then you'd be surrounded at some point.
Yeah, but I've got
You have
Got the tank.
I've got the Ubermensch over here, so I'm good to go. Thanks.
I mean, what's your movement?
30.
30. So yeah, you would eventually outpace him. And
Yeah.
and then you'd be surrounded.
okay.
Just an injury
So-
trace as it is.
Next up, Bandit is going to take a death saving throw. Okay.
They want it. I'm just gonna watch and see which one of them finally ends that 4 minute
They're trying to help.
Yep. Next up is Leslie, who's
Let's go.
sleeping.
So
Squeak.
this time I'm gonna get up.
Okay, that's half your movement.
5, 10, 15.
There you go. All right. You also have your action if you want to dash.
Well, I had 15 or 30.
You'd add 15.
You have 15
Well,
feet.
the getting up only takes half my movement. But I still have the full 30
Right.
movement. But
No,
the
your
would
your
have
dash doubles whatever you currently have for the round.
Oh, so another 15.
Okay.
Yeah, screw it. Might as well.
So it basically lets you have your full movement.
You can vicious mockery from back there, even probably.
You know what? Screw it. I'll let you have your full 30 if you want it. So you can move another 15.
Well, that was 30 feet.
That was the full 30. Also,
that was a half movement plus the dash, but he's going to give you the full dash, all 30 of
yeah,
the
but
dash.
that's just it though. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, you mean double
Yeah.
30 to 60?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, he
no,
gets
15
a
feet.
total
He gets
of 45
45.
feet. Yeah, the total of 45 feet of
I'll let him have it.
Where's this guy dead at? Like right here?
Like, I think it was up one.
Right here?
Yeah, he's right there.
Just vicious mockery to death.
Oh, I can't. It's an action.
Yeah, it is an action.
Oh, you're right.
All right. Well, that's it
And
then.
I'm gonna do a bonus.
You're gonna inspire the barbarian if he's in range.
Oh, he is.
He
That's
should be.
You can do it, Conan.
There's your inspiration.
Inspired!
Okay. So
Inspired.
More.
next up is Squeak, followed by Volk, then Offlia.
And then me!
So,
Right? I didn't know we were still fighting these guys.
Oh,
so,
Avlia's done fighting. She's trying to help.
There's
that man's
You
suffering
can
if
end
you
her
want.
suffering.
Or I can go and help them.
I mean,
You know what? I'm just gonna let them do their own thing. I'm not concerned about them because they're fleeing, so I don't know what.
So there's somebody dying.
so the guys, the guy down there is still dying. Not-
Yeah.
not this one, that one. He's not dead yet. After 19 damage, he's not dead yet.
Is this guy dead though?
He's dead though.
He's
This dude, bro, on the other hand,
Yeah, you
is bleeding out.
can kill him. Offlia is trying to keep him alive, but that's a character thing, so y'all can do whatever.
Some might call it a character flaw. I'm not sure.
It's a character
Some would call it flaw.
There's
Yeah, I'm just not gonna do
touch
anything
range.
again. There's no point in trying to kill him because he's gonna die eventually. There's no point in trying to save him because he can't. So, yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
Vol,
guy.
your turn. You've got 2 guys trying to get away from you.
I'm gonna try to smash that guy in front of me again.
Okay, so you charge up to them because they're out of range.
Okay. So the 30 feet again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're about the same thing as
Yeah,
right now.
it's now just going ting 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 ting
Yeah.
ting ting.
All right. 9. Should I do it?
I would do it.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Yeah.
So it's 15, 19.
Yeah.
Hits.
Yeah. A lot plus a lot more.
17.
Which one are you going for?
The archer.
The one with the bane on it.
So I'm losing Bane then as well.
Yeah, you're no longer concentrating on Bing.
Goody!
Yeah.
Just remove one of the rings.
All these rings.
Okay. As you just come charging in, pissed off that they're running away.
Not only is he like a coward who's shooting a bow at or shooting arrows at me, but then he's just gonna run away.
Yeah, as you come charging in, you just like Happy Gilmore swing, like and just right into the back of the leg, and then as he stumbles, you just backhand it right into the neck, just severing the spine as he crumbles. Okay, Aflia, it's your turn, followed by Creeper.
Okay, so the guy has dropped his sword, correct?
Yeah, his sword's on the ground.
I don't have a roll. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna grab the sword and she's gonna toss it away as an action.
Okay, I was gonna say you could try again to medicine check him, but
Yeah, we got something figured out. So
Last time that didn't work so well.
Yeah, last time it didn't work so well, so she's going to go ahead and do the thing she should, but she's going to take the sword and kind of toss it aside
Okay.
as far as she can.
Okay.
That's her action. Bonus action, healing word.
okay, so
him.
On him, because she got a thing against killing people.
yeah, all right, go ahead and roll 1d4 plus charisma.
24 plus charisma.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be a 6.
Alright, he comes.
Jeez.
Let me check that, because it's 1d8. Okay. Healing word. Yeah, 1d4 plus 5, so that's 6.
Yep. You pick up the sword and you chuck it. Clatters a good 6 feet away, and then you begin to sing, and a secondary note out of the ether joins in as with a sucking sound. The bolt kind of like ting 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 off to the ground as the wound begins to close over, like it's been healed for several weeks, leaving a puckered scar.
Yeah.
Nice.
She also has, I know it's more flavor.
And he's just cowering. That's his turn. Leslie, followed by Squeeze and Vold.
Let me see what we got on there.
I just shoot another arrow into.
Oh my god!
Do you?
We're just gonna go back and forth, magically sucking arrows out
Oh
of
my
people's necks,
god, no!
and less than magically putting arrows back in.
Oh lord.
Yeah, what do you do?
Years ago, you be real careful about smart ass comments because he was
I thought-
taking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna
I'm gonna sit on him.
Shit.
You're sitting on him too.
Okay.
So he can't move.
All right. So you're actually going to grapple. Make a athletics check.
No, I'm not gonna grapple. I'm just gonna sit on his stomach.
I think she's pretty much taking up his entire body.
No, she just has her hands on his shoulder.
If you want to actually do something, it's an athletics check.
10.
Okay. Good to know. He doesn't seem to be resisting. It's just
He's just cowering.
yeah, he's cowering at the moment. All right.
Squeege walks up.
All right, so we're basically gonna go out of combat now because
Yeah, because he's just Coward.
Yeah,
Does the
poor
other archer
thing.
just escape then? Is that what we're gonna say?
The other archer died.
No, there's still one more.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, you guys.
Yeah, no, you killed him.
Yeah, you
I just didn't knock him
Forever
over.
ago.
Oh, okay. Your sheer presence.
My sheer presence killed him.
Yeah, I just moved him off of there instead of knocking him over.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm going to reload my crossbow and pick up the bolt if I can recover it.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check to see
Oh,
if it's salvageable.
What is survival? Oh, 17.
17. Yeah, it didn't hit any bone, and it was magically removed by somebody's voice. So
That's normal.
totes.
All right.
So as I walk back, I'm gonna grab the bodies as I go and drag them all back with me.
Okay. What's your strength score?
Huh?
What's your strength score?
My strength, my saving, or not saving,
Just
plus
what-
4.
+4. Okay, yeah, it's fine. You're able to just drag them as it's just like scraping
And at this
against
point,
like
I'm
rocks.
just extremely happy. Like,
Yeah.
This was a great.
Yeah, as the adrenaline just leaves, you're just left with that sense of, I did good tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're out of combat.
You.
Yeah, we're out of combat. You guys have
So-
a cowering man,
Yeah, so-
2 of which people are sitting on them. So
Yeah,
We'll walk over. I'm assuming we'll all walk over there.
Offie's gonna kind of remove her hands and kind of like hold them up. She's not holding any weapons. No. We're not gonna kill you as long as you just stay. Don't attack us. What were you guys doing out here?
I'm not going to attack. We were scavenging tribute.
Tribute for what?
There's a group saying that they can save us from the wither.
The wither?
The wither. It's an affliction of the non-believers. As your horns are glowing magnificently, you see across his somewhat blackened veins.
Oh my goodness. What? So what do you guys? What? So non-believers in what? I'm sorry, I don't know this area very well.
The Timber Maiden.
What's a timber maiden?
I mean, everyone's there. You can all
Yeah.
talk to them too.
Yes, he just like looks over and says, she arrived a few months back. She reached out and she was beautiful, unearthly beautiful. She chose those who gave her tribute, and they were blessed with riches. Those who turned their backs on them, praying to their own gods, they've slowly, one by one, as he's clutching at the puckered wound in his neck,
Get off
with
of him,
the
get off.
wither.
Yeah,
Get off of him!
I can't trust him. How are we going to tell him the truth?
He doesn't have a.
Look at him!
You can make an insight check.
Oh yeah, that's a fail.
Oh, he's telling the truth.
I was gonna say
Believe everything he said.
I purposely put the little arena there so that you guys can roll into it. So
Oh,
It's okay. I've been rolling.
Do you want him to re-roll or just?
no. He rolled.
He believes everything he says.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
You're really tired, and you know what? At this point, a pillow could tell you something and you'd believe it.
Yes.
And in fact, that's probably what you're thinking you should be doing.
Oh,
I just want to stab him and go to sleep.
no. No.
Please don't.
No.
Well, he said please don't. I heard please do.
No.
I'm kidding.
This isn't. You're not thing.
Here, get off of him. Let's take him to the fire. Let's sit down. And let's figure out what's going on. Okay?
You really think tall, dark, and gruesome with the great swords and all that close to the fire?
Hey, man.
Hey, Mansell, Washington. Can we bring this dude bro back, please?
Can we keep it?
Can we keep it, please?
You see him standing there with his odd claymore. He goes, "Fine, but we're tying him up."
Bet.
Okay, that's fine. All right. She's going to attempt to convince Les off of him.
Bring the rope and I'll get off.
What?
Who has rope?
He, Mansell, Washington.
He whistles and he seems to make a few jabbering squeaks.
Who does?
Mansell.
Oh, okay.
And Alvis trundles up into the cart and then comes out with a roll of
I
rope.
forgot this raccoon is buff. So, okay.
It doesn't take much to drag a bundle of rope.
No.
That's also true. But I thought you were going to say the raccoon was taken. Like, wow, I'm impressed right now.
The raccoon is what?
That he was going to tie him up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Not like this.
No. As you guys set him next to the fire, Mansell begins lashing his arms and legs.
Alfio's going to sit next to their new captive, just trying to, keep the thing calm, keep him calm.
Keep the thing calm.
Keep the thing calm.
All right. Off indeed.
I'm sorry. I am trying not to get my other characters in my brain. So she's going to sit next to him just to keep him company and just keep him calm. Like, no, we're not here to attack you. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm the one who saved you.
Okay.
I'm the one who stuck my finger in
Make a
there.
persuasion.
Then saved
Make a persuasion check. He's starting to hyperventilate, having
Okay.
his means of escape.
Persuasion. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at this.
Also nearly
That's
dying.
cocked.
Yeah,
That's pretty cocked.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay. I wanted you to see the cockedness of it. That's even better, though, so I'll take it. That is 22.
All right. You spend the next few minutes just trying to soothe him. He eventually calms down.
Okay, so you said a couple months ago somebody showed up. The what did you call her again? Because I didn't write it down.
The Timber Maiden.
The Maiden of the Timber.
Okay, the Timber Maiden. So is she? So you said that she bestowed some sort of blessing on everyone that she liked.
Yes, anybody who started bowing to her and praying to her like a god.
Where is this Timber Maiden located out of pure... Or if one were to look for her, where would we find this Maiden of the Timbers?
She's seen sometimes walking in the town, but sometimes she visits you if you're ever out in the woods.
Oh, okay.
Out of the woods.
But if you don't worship her, you get some sort of curse on you then, huh?
Yes, the Wither.
The Wither. What does the Wither do outside of the black veins and coughing?
As he's takes a deep breath, his voice catches up in his throat. He goes, eventually, after 2 full moons, you die, and then you rise again.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
When did the weather first start showing up?
Yeah, so by the way, what's the moon look like right now?
I don't care about that.
I do.
When did the weather first show up to people?
The Wither started showing up about 3.5 months ago.
And when did the Timber Maiden show up?
4.
Did it occur to you that maybe she's the one causing it?
Yes, I pretty much
And that
told
she's
you
not
as
a god?
much.
okay.
He's starting to look a little confused.
He's
as
looking
to,
for tribute for the Timber Maiden, by the way.
So he
Why
doesn't.
does it sound like she's a god? It sounds more like she might be some kind of what's this word? I'm looking for?
Asshole.
That,
the
but-
gods
but
gods
like a
working.
necromancer?
It's possible, but she's so unearthly beautiful. Like she
Hey,
gives off a presence.
There's glamour spells that people can learn.
A presence. Okay.
Sure, it
Unearthly
doesn't matter. I'm still afflicted with the wither.
Yeah, that's true. So
But maybe you guys should have tried killing her. That might have fixed it too.
Well,
she sounds rather powerful if she's afflicting multiple people with this.
Mm-hmm. But
People have tried. She disappears in the wood, and then those that have fallen protect her.
with a lot of people.
Yes, I imagine it is.
It does sound like quite a bit of people then.
All I know is that with each cycle, there's more.
Let's continue on to town, where it's a tad bit safer.
The town that might be working for the Timber Maiden.
I mean, you know...
Bogart's kind of bored with this conversation, so I just drop the bodies out just outside the fire, wipe off my weapons on them, do a cursory look for any kind of like alcohol they might have on them.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
How very cat-like of you, dragging your prey back to us.
I did a thing.
Be proud of me.
I'm doing investigation.
No.
So that would be 16.
16?
Yeah.
You find amongst the corpses a total of 7 copper.
So be writing that down.
You find 2 beaten longbows. They look in terrible shape.
Do you need line paper or you got
You good?
Okay.
You also find a trinket. It looks to be a reed whistle that's seen a lot of use.
Ew.
It seemed to have been like a hunting signal for a gathering party.
Okay. No booze?
Unfortunately, the haggard appearances of these men, you imagine that they've got nothing, and that's why they're trying to raid a caravan on their way to town.
I pocket the whistle, leave the rest of it. As I'm heading back, I look over.
You gonna leave the copper behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're too good for that.
I look at Alfie and I say, "Okay, Horns." I'm like, "My watch is up. You're next." And I go in the wagon.
Wow, what a dick.
All right then.
It is drop.
I mean, it's true.
Nicest name I've ever heard.
Horns.
Horns. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the town. What town are we heading to?
You are headed towards Forceford, which is on the.
I thought we were heading toward.
No, you came from Tradevane.
Well, we came from Tradevane to Forceford.
To Forceford, which is on the edge of the Caramont Timberlands.
Okay, so we're talking about Forceford had the Timber Maiden
Yes.
issue. Okay.
Coming out of the Caramont Timberlands, the Timber Maiden has made a visit to Forceford.
Okay. So what kind of tributes does she accept, if I may ask?
Well, gold, jewels are her preferred. Meat is also prized.
What condition is this meat in? Raw, cooked?
Raw meat.
Barbarian at Cats and
She prefers whole animal tributes.
Oh, okay. So, potential necromancer, pissed off druid.
More necromancer.
I'm honestly.
Okay,
What's your name? Good sir, by the way, pure curiosity. And you know what curiosity did to the cat.
bring that satisfaction, dude.
Bring that.
Timmy.
His name is Timmy.
His name is Timmy.
Well,
Tiny Tim.
Timothy.
He's buff Tim. He's big old Tim.
Big
That's why he's Tiny Tim.
Yeah. All right, Timmy. Well, I hope no hard feelings about that, bolt that I may have put in your neck.
You guys are somewhat amicable, somewhat, as he like warily glances over at Volgar.
As he walks.
And
away.
he's got like blood, like just up and down himself, and he's not even bothering to clean it off.
How he lulls
I cleaned
himself
off
to
my
sleep.
weapons. That was the important.
Yeah, he's got it shiny where it should be shiny.
Yeah.
Yep.
He goes, I really regret attacking you guys.
Well, if it makes you feel
And
better,
he seems really heartfelt about that.
Yeah.
if it makes you feel better, I feel you seem like a pretty decent enough guy. I feel kind of bad about shooting you.
Ophlia is going through her pouch. She's going to take out 7 gold because bards have a god awful amount of gold.
God, what are you doing?
And she's actually going.
What are you doing?
She's going to put it in the hands that are behind his back or wherever they're tied.
Okay.
She goes, okay, that's 7 gold, and she's going to look at Menzel. And if he promises to leave us and go back home, can he leave?
Make a persuasion check.
Real quick while she's doing that, Timmy, were those individuals, say, like friends to you? Or they just, people that you ran with in general?
I knew Gregor. He's what was the little one. He ran a knick-knack shop. It was kind of nice to.
Well, again, I apologize. I was also going to kill him, but I apologize, Timothy. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. Again, you seem like a nice enough guy.
All right, persuasion
12?
12.
Oh, what does Manzel say?
Manzel.
We can keep the sword if it means anything to you.
No, we can't give him that.
Fine. Elvis. Just waddles up and just like starts like gnawing.
Yeah, I was going to gnaw through the ropes, isn't it?
Yeah. Over the next like 3 minutes, you just hear like gnawing and the snap of.
Wouldn't it be
rope.
faster if we just untie him?
You would think, but this is a little more fun.
Fair enough. Real quick, off topic. The beginning was -5 gold for the ride, right?
Yes.
Okay, I forgot to do that. I'm doing it now. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. All right, sweet.
So Alvis chews through all the ropes and everything.
Yeah. About 5 minutes, you hear all the ropes finally snap, and Tim gets up, looking gaunt. He goes, Thank you, as he begins to turn around and then trudge off into the darkness.
All right, and his sword has been left behind.
Yes.
Which,
That weight.
literally. Oh no, he's not. It's a big sword, isn't it?
Yes, it's a long sword.
Big-ish.
Okay, Ophlia will go ahead and get up and grab the sword to drag it back to the campfire.
Okay. It's slightly rusted, and bent. It is a poorly kept sword.
Probably worth 2 copper if it was made out of wood. Copper.
Well, I mean, she's just doing that so they know that he's not getting it back.
Right.
She doesn't care. So she goes ahead and puts that by the campfire. She sits down, gives Alvis another scratch behind the ears.
Okay. You just hear like cooing, and then he like waddles off back to Mansell.
And she's just, and I guess then that is my watch is as well. Okay. And she's going to sit down, snap her fingers, and Switch is going to appear on the outside of the campfire light because he's black, so he kind of blends in.
Whenever she's done doing whatever Ophlia's doing, I want to make
So
sweet.
I at least taught my kids how to swear appropriately.
I'm fine. I don't
Right?
want a scratch on me. Excuse me, when
Any
did I
context.
swear?
So what?
Is anybody opposed to taking a smoke break?
Okay.
Okay, so
We're gonna.
Hey everybody, this is Em. I play Ophlia in Cats and Crowbars. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Now, let's get back to the show.
all right, so Offie's watch, perception check, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Starting at your watch.
Starting at my watch, the last watch of the night.
Yep.
Is that? Do you count that as cocked? Yeah, it looks cocked.
All right, roll again.
Like barely. Oh, that sucked, but okay. That's 6.
6. Okay.
I'm a little tired. But because Switch is running around, can he also perceive? I don't think he has dark vision, so I understand that it's going to be with disadvantage.
Yeah, it'll be with disadvantage.
But can he perceive?
Yeah, that's fine. If he's out and about, then... Or you can have him give you advantage.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can teamwork this.
I can teamwork this.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that you could have like teamworked with her to not just stick her finger in the guy's neck, but whatever.
Yep.
Too late now.
Whatever.
Now he's got
Honestly,
the wither and God knows
I
what
was
else.
not concerned whether or not that guy looked good.
Wow.
Heroes, everybody.
7.
7 total.
We're good, but chaotic good.
Wait. You guys are good? Oh my god, yes, I remember that.
You guys are good? Yeah. Good is based off
Relative.
your It's relative.
Anyway, so yeah, 7.
All right. You're a little disturbed at the fact that somebody almost died and was gurgling really hard at your feet.
Yeah.
And how willing your travel companions were to just end everyone.
Defend ourselves. You misspelled defend ourselves.
Well, defending when they're running away is...
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good valid point.
The best defense is a good offense.
That's why
That's also a valid point.
Try to change.
when they're running away.
I disagree. The best defense is him, but
Tank!
Yeah. Hashtag tank, but no healer.
no, she heals support.
We've got support, but no healer. Yeah. Big old exclamation point / question marks.
Yeah.
All right.
So with that 7.
With that
She's all
7, you listen to the fire crackle, and you're lost in your thoughts of people dying before they should.
She's going to mess with the pendant around her neck in that thought.
Okay. With that, your watch ends as morning rises.
And the wretched sun comes back.
And the wretched sun comes back.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah, for those who are listening to the podcast, I have mood lighting, and I just changed it.
So it actually gets really bright in here.
All right. With that, everybody breaks bread. They have a quick breakfast. It's a mere slightly molding toast over a skillet, a few strips of bacon.
Yeah, and Switch is put away before anybody sees him.
Can I crawl into Cosmic's bag and take a nap?
Cosmic's pack would have to be completely empty, and you would have to make an acrobatics check to cram yourself in there.
I mean, I've got some 1,000 ball bearings. I'm sure Squeege can find some on a bell and a candle.
A third crowbar.
I still have 3. I need to fix that. I'm not supposed to have 3 crowbars. Hold on. There we go. So now there's room. There's only 2 crowbars.
Are those attached to your hip?
I mean, technically, yes.
I mean, I had to draw that. I had to draw 2 crowbars attached to your hip.
I made my miniatures got one in each.
Nice!
Oh, man. A crowbar does like what? 1d4, 1d6, 1d something? It's a finesse weapon. You can finesse a crowbar, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
With a twist.
If you guys chill Pesci.
sure, no.
Sure, no. Surely no.
But you'd be proficient in it, right?
But you've at least got the hood over you, so I mean, you're not getting direct sunlight.
Your eyes aren't burning out of your skull and you're not screaming, I'm ouchie magic!
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so you guys pack up and you guys get into your respective modes of travel. As you guys begin.
Yeah, Offie is hanging her feet off the back of the wagon, and her big long tail is just like out straight behind her. It doesn't do well in close spaces.
You're cramped in there amongst the crates and tied down bundles of. Nobody's gotten curious or bored enough to crack one open just yet, though I'm sure the barbarian who's also stuffed back there with you is occasionally getting tempted to, but gets distracted by birds.
6'2".
100 pounds.
But yeah, Volgar's in a great mood today, though. I mean, he
got some
happy
killing
as
done.
shit today. Because it was pretty boring being the bag wagon day after day. Getting some fighting in.
Yeah, the beginning of day 10. It's feeling fantastic.
Oh, right.
Got-
We did have a long rest.
Yes,
So
you-
anybody who was affected, please take a long rest.
I'm just gonna hit it, even though it shouldn't change anything.
Yeah. Oh, how low did you get?
3.
You were down to 3 HP.
I was down to 3.
I knew it was low. What's your max HP?
9.
Yeah, so is mine. That's why I just assumed it was the same as mine. Because we have the same hit die, and I didn't know what your con was, though.
Yeah, +1.
Me too. Obviously.
Okay,
Oh, I
so
didn't know I had this
Offie, as she is in the back, she has her eyes closed. She just has her eyes closed, and she snaps her fingers like she's trying to keep beat to music. And during one of the snaps, she's actually going to send Switch rummaging through the bottom of all of the crates and stuff to find any sort of interesting items that may have fallen out.
Okay, make a...
And
Slide a
she's
hand
also,
check,
yeah.
because you're trying to do it stealthily while still...
Well, it should just be a snap anyways.
Right, but
you're still
it
things.
it takes a bit more
Okay.
to summon. It's not like... And then...
Yeah. Flat 20.
Flat 20? Yep, nobody seems to take notice to the sudden appearance of a weasel.
Yep, and he's just going through the back. She's actually looking through his eyes as well, since her eyes are closed. As he's rummaging through, she's going to tell him if he does see anything, like even a ripped bag or whatever, just to, if it looks interesting, she may tell him to go through it.
Okay, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Check!
With disadvantage because it's not exactly weasel friendly to open up crates and.
Well, he's not opening. He's looking for openings.
It's not like ripped open.
Yeah, so he's not going to open anything. If it's open and available,
Right, it's still gonna be with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Chloe, do any more
And is it my investigation or
No,
his?
thank you. Can you
His.
grab me a soda, though?
What's his investigation?
Investigation for the weasel will be an intelligence check.
You sure so? Because I'm looking through his eyes.
Yeah, it's his.
It's his. It's an intelligence.
Because even though you're looking through his eyes, he can still easily be distracted by something else.
Oh, he's easily distracted because he rolled a 5.
Nice!
So, oh my god, a bug! Which is fine.
Is the wagon room covered?
Yes. It is covered, but you can still see through bits of the outside of the.
It's like the,
By the way, you're not going to really know this because she's not privy to letting people know about Switch. She cannot see or hear you if you're talking like only to her. If Switch can
It's a
pick
lot
it up.
more fun if you just let him discover that.
Yeah, but you know, everyone knows that if you have a familiar here.
prerequisite familiar briefing.
Prerequisite familiar briefing, she can't see or hear out of her own eyes and ears, but Switch is in the front.
If you're looking through,
Yeah.
But you can squeeze, so 1's for yes, 2 for no, and 3 for friend.
Yes.
3 for do you want to be my friend?
3 for do you want to be my friend?
Well, while we're just traveling, I'm going to be playing with that whistle I found off the guy. Just
Okay.
for shits and giggles.
slobbering all over.
Yeah, it tastes a little musty. It's kind of an old reed whistle. It's definitely been used a lot.
Gross.
It's actually Switch, because Switch is being distracted right now and she's not giving him any distraction. He'd probably be distracted by that.
Yeah, it's just starting to become a little discordant. It's not producing a pure tone, but it's still somewhat pleasant to listen to, if not annoying in the long run.
If not.
I'll see if I can get to that point.
Switch bites his foot. I mean,
Arvis bites his foot.
oh yeah.
Because there's two animals in this.
Oh god, there is.
But Arvis tends to stick right next to Mansell.
Oh, it's Arvis, not Elvis.
It's a little bit of both. He seems to switch between
It changes.
the two.
Okay.
His name changes from day to day.
When he wants it to change.
It's
Got
an
it.
even number. It's day 10, so it's an even number, so it's Arvis.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow we're back to Alvis.
Yeah, no, it's actually Alvis.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so as you guys begin trundling along, the late summer air gets stifling hot in your guys' carriages. The wagon is still a little sticky, but at least it's got a breeze. Unlike the carriages, you guys have to like crack open the door because it's single. The windows are single pane, no way to open them or anything. So it's not that fancy a carriage.
5 gold. I expected something. But
Nah.
5 gold gives you a roof over your head and food on your travel.
fair enough.
Yep.
Oh, and a bench to sit on.
I don't need
Because you fit on a bench.
And you sit.
Is there space up on the wagon next to the wagon driver, or is that?
Yes,
Oh,
there is.
you're
If you
gonna-
want
I'm
to.
gonna- whenever I have an opportunity, I'm gonna.
What about wait? Where's the raccoon sitting though? You don't want to sit on the raccoon.
Elvis is. He kind of like.
To Elvis.
Yeah.
He's very fluid name.
But he mostly sits like at the feet, you know, in that area, kind of like in the shade.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
It's a good idea. I guess I'll send
curl up in your
Switch
neck?
up to kind of listen in a little bit, just to see if anything interesting is going on.
Okay.
And also look outside. He's also
Go ahead and make a perception check.
perception and stealth.
Yeah, make a stealth check first.
Okay. Because he's trying to hide.
I'll talk to the guy who's driving the wagon about how awesome it was slaughtering all those people and had the dead bodies everywhere.
So that's an 8 stealth. Somebody sees him. Perception. But he got 14 in perception, so he's definitely just looking around.
Make a perception with disadvantage, Volg, because you're distracting the driver unintentionally.
Perception with disadvantage?
Yeah, because you're intent on talking to Mansell.
My perception? 20.
With disadvantage,
Yes.
there is a black weasel crawling out behind you, like as you're beginning to talk to Mansell, as you're like saying hey, as you're like crawling over the boxes and sliding forward.
He's not threatening, he's looking outside.
I don't think weasel will bother me.
Okay.
You've gotten to lightly talk to Mansell before. He seems a little stuffy for you, but down to earth. He's mentioned in passing that he's from a noble house.
Okay.
But you being a barbarian in the world doesn't mean too much for you, but you know those types are usually like look down on you, but he doesn't seem to that.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna shoot the general straight with him.
You're able to read, so he'll respect you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of weird. You've never met too many nobles, and you've met way fewer, as in this is the only one that has a raccoon as a pet. So, you're just generally just chatting.
Just
Okay.
get out of the back of the wagon.
Okay, so you spend the next several hours just talking about nothing, and he doesn't seem too keen on the subject of just mindless murder, but
Weird.
you get around to like hunts of like game and challenges, and he seems a little more open and interested in that.
Okay.
Yeah, as they continue to talk, and Offie sees that Switch is not in danger, she's gonna have Switch slowly try to, pardon the pun, weasel his way kind of up next to the on the seat, wherever there's a little bit of space, so he can just like poke his head out and watch outside.
Okay, easy enough. Volgar notices, but I'm guessing doesn't say anything.
It's a weasel.
He's like crawling slowly, looking up at him, taking a couple more steps.
Volgar just looks down at him, and
He kind of wags his tail.
and then just keeps going anyways.
And then he just kind of like curls up as small as he can and sticks his head out so he can watch just the outside from the seat.
Okay. So, what was your perception check?
Oh my god.
Through the weasel.
Through the weasel was... Wait, was it my... Yeah, it was 14, but was it my perception
It
or
was
his?
the weasels.
14.
14. Okay.
Which is better than
Staring out at the long grass, there's a figure out there, and that's all you see, just out in the grass and the rolling hills. Off in the distance, you see little smoke trails in the direction that you're heading for.
She's going to have switch. So,
Volgar, you also see the figure out in the distance. It's not moving right.
No.
Yeah, she's gonna have Switch crawl up Volgar and look more at the smoke trails.
I want to know, are we like in an open field, or are we still in the forest?
No. You guys haven't reached the forest yet. You guys are in open rolling hills.
Okay.
So is the figure ahead of us?
No, it's off to the side. It's moving erratically and very slowly.
Daddy?
Yes.
Alright. I'll ask Manzel, whatever his name is, if he'd stop so I can go investigate.
Oh, is Switch still... Did you remove Switch from your shoulder? Because he's crawled up you to stare at the smoke
Yeah,
trails.
you feel the weasel crawling up you.
So I'm like, what is that show with the two ferrets? Beastmasters. Nah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can keep him on you.
Yeah, the weasel doesn't bother me. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, he looks over and he starts like looking at the weasel, like, okay. And then Arvis is just like bristling hair on the back of his
The
neck.
weasel kind of like sinks, just trying to hide behind Volgar's head or whatever. No!
Yeah, the raccoon doesn't do anything. It just stays there at the foot. Manzel's like, we've got a schedule to keep.
I don't know. That guy looks kind of fishy, and I'd like to go see what's going on.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. Nat 20.
So add your persuasion and then add your proficiency on top of that.
Oh, so that's 22 and
So 2 for proficiency.
What's your proficiency? Should be
Plus 2.
2.
It'll be 2.
charisma, so another
Proficiency is another 2.
Yeah, so 24.
24 total. He's and you pointed it out to him, and he looks. He goes, looks to be about a quarter mile out. It's pretty far away. I'm surprised you saw him.
I live in the wild. Barbarian's eyes are sharp.
Fair enough. I'll signal we'll slow down if you want to run out there.
I can do that.
By yourself?
He's got the weasel on his shoulder.
I mean, you're not there, so
Yeah. I don't like cats.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll run out there.
Okay. He slows down. He whistles, and the carts also, or the carriages also begin to slow down.
Poke my head out and see why we're slowing down.
You guys are basically going half speed now.
Okay.
All right. Do you let anybody else know?
Nah. That's all right.
Leah knows. She's going to, as long as he doesn't try to remove Switch, she's going to keep Switch on his shoulder.
Okay.
And she'll continue to look through his eyes, because that.
Yeah, you can continue to do that. You won't be able to.
I won't be able to control him after the 30 feet, but that's.
Or it's 100 feet. But
it's 100 feet. I can't snap him back after the 30. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's control at 100, snap back at 30, and then I can go along for the ride for as long as I want. Or
yes, the being able to see through his eyes is the entire time. You can't communicate with him out to 100.
That's that's.
And then 30 is I believe
that's
poof him in and out.
Yeah, that's fine. She's just gonna keep him there. And her instruction to him before he gets out of range would be, if something tries to hit you, hide.
Okay. I'll have to look at the spell. I think you can tell him if something happens, he can disappear himself.
Oh, that would be nice.
I'll have to look it up. But you go out and you continue to look through his eyes. You get trundling out there. When you get to be about 60 feet out there, are you stealthing or are you just going towards him?
There's no stealth. There is no stealth.
One day I will find somebody who stealths.
Oh, stealth.
I will stealth.
Not well, Offie can. Oh well.
I don't have expertise in stealth.
I do, obviously. It's like mandatory.
Okay, so as soon as you get 60 feet out, go ahead and make another perception check, just a straight one.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Can Switch look as well?
Yes, Switch can also look, but he's way too far out there.
Well, yeah, but Switch could act on his own, couldn't he? At that point.
Yeah, Switch can.
Well, no, he's only 60 feet out.
No, I mean like as far away from you, like you can see. You're 60. The Switch and you are away 60 feet away from the figure.
Oh, 60 feet away from the figure. Okay, so could Switch assist then, or is he just gonna have to roll his own and kind of just stare in that general direction?
He rolls his own, and you see what he sees.
Okay, I'll do that then. That's fine. Switch percepts really high. I think that's a 24. I rolled a 19. Perception. Oh no,
sorry.
3.
All right, so you can't you have to be within 100 feet of him to see through his eyes, but he can tell you when he comes back.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're on your own.
Yeah, within 100 feet you can communicate telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through his eyes.
But if she's already seeing through his eyes,
right, he can still go out there and then tell you in his own words when he comes back.
So after 100 feet, she can't see anymore?
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so he rolled a 22 either way. So what does he see?
Well, when he comes back,
okay, when he comes back, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
If it's dangerous, he's gonna vamp back anyways.
And he does.
What does he see?
All right. Well, you feel that he disappears.
Okay. So I guess she'll just summon him back next to her because he vamped out.
Okay. In his squeaky.
Now he's gone.
Yeah, the weasel puffs away in a bit of smoke and a single pine needle.
Okay.
Okay.
You chose Faye, right?
Yeah, he's Faye.
Okay, yeah. So a puff of smoke and a pine needle.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That's odd.
All right. So you poof him back into existence, and
In her hands.
and in a squeaky little voice, Switch tells you. Switch doesn't understand what this is.
Switch doesn't understand.
I'm sure we won't either.
But it's not right, and it smells like old meat.
It smells like old meat, so
Would you say that was well?
You Y'all ain't there.
Y'all ain't there.
So this
But
describes a jerking, like, unnatural, like...
Is the word I was going to ask. Would you say it's shambling?
So he understood that it was dangerous.
Yes.
So in her mind, okay, that's dangerous. So she's going to do her best to try to make her to try to look over the crates because she's in the back of the wagon. She's gonna look at Manzel and it's like, sounds like a monster is out there.
Well, we've slowed down. We can come back.
I don't know if he will.
Well, we've got a job still. I mean, he seemed capable. He talks about all these hunts.
I know, but we can't just leave somebody behind. What if he does get in a lot of trouble?
He has no attachments to our barbarian.
Unfortunately, I've got a duty to the caravan.
I don't know.
Okay.
And the caravan has a duty to make money.
Yeah, she's going to. How far ahead is the carriage that they're in?
Not very far, like maybe 20 feet.
20 feet? She's going to send a message to the cat that she saw and has interacted with a couple times.
Right, okay.
Just 25 words or less, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. Less than 25.
I mean, that's the level spell, right?
No, message is the cantrip.
Cantrip, yeah, just whatever you can say in 6 seconds, basically.
Okay, even better. Cantrip message to the cat. There looks... Okay.
No.
So, ready?
Mm-hmm.
There looks to be some sort of danger outside, and the barbarian went to go find
Stop.
him.
Oh boy.
Cast it again.
Oh boy.
Cast it again. Should we go help? You can reply to this message. Which is the reference again.
Go close.
I sent you my message. Please respond.
Okay then. Well, I'm just gonna kind of poke my head out and go, yeah. We probably should. And
As you're screaming that, you also hear it. It's kind of like a delayed echo. You can hear it in your head, and then you actually hear it.
Oh, is it two-way? Oh, no, you hear it because, okay, my
No,
bad.
it's two-way.
Because, oh,
It's
it is.
two-way, and
She
you,
messages again.
after a while...
It's two-way. I can hear you without screaming, thank you.
I can hear me. And it sounds majestic. Alright. Well, I'll let Squeege and Leslinor know that there's some shambling horror out in the fields, and our barbarian, we'll say mediocre mutual, not quite friend yet. Our barbarian acquaintance has decided that it is of his best interest to go and investigate, and well, I think that we need to go help them.
So, while this is going on, you progress farther. You are now within 30 feet of this thing, and
should be able to identify it.
It's like you're staring at it, and it's not right. It's a man, but like he's missing an arm, and you're like, man, that was a horrible accident. I've seen that kind of thing before, and that's when the wind shifts and you catch a whiff of him. It is pungent, to say the least.
Do I have...
And that's when it turns its glassy eyes at you and just starts trembling towards you. We're going to start rolling initiative.
Cats hiding forest on fire.
Oh my god.
So, okay, initiative for everybody or just
we
him?
never recovered that burning wood.
It burnt out on its
thank
own.
God.
Initiative for everybody?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're going to do initiative for everybody. I'm almost certain. Actually, no, we're just going to do initiative between us two because you guys will, by the time this ends, you guys will never be there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So,
17.
17?
23.
I think we have to roll sub-initiative.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was twice for the home rules, if you roll the same.
Yeah. I just have to look up the Dex mod on this thing.
Outside that one.
Yeah, rolled a 19, Dex mod -2, so sub-initiative time.
Have a free feat.
Roll again. Yeah.
I didn't take a feat. That's okay.
We can handle that later.
21.
21. Oh, you totally beat it this time.
Yeah, read the rules is probably a good idea. But
These are just the house rules.
Yeah.
now we can read them now. Ooh.
All right.
Can't tell if it's a growling dog or a zombie. Oh, Resident Evil, huh? Let's do it.
All right. So, you're up first. You're 30 feet away.
I am up first. Well, he hasn't pissed me off completely yet, so.
He's shambling much faster now in your direction.
All right, I'm gonna go. I pull out my great axe and I'm gonna go smash him.
Okay.
Barbarian smash!
Yes, because that's what barbarians do.
They do.
This one's good. And
Gonna rage?
No, I'm not gonna rage yet.
Okay.
Yes.
That is a 24.
Oh, totally hits. Totally hits.
12.
12 points of damage. Nice. As you come charging in, like it groans at you, and you just yell back.
Back at it.
Just in a mocking voice.
Yeah.
All right. As you sink your axe deep into it, it doesn't even flinch as it reaches out and claws at your face. What's your armor class?
16.
16. It gets, like, the placement of your axe caught it right in the shoulder, and it swings out with that arm, and it catches on the bone, and it can't reach its arm. As you pull back. Your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try that again.
It worked once.
That would be an 18.
18 totally hits. I'm switching dice because I keep rolling ones with that one.
That means it's just charging.
Yeah.
9.
9 damage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. As you sink the axe deep into its neck, it's still standing. As it swings at you again, your armor class 16. Okay, hits. You suffer as it rakes across your face. Oof. 7 points of bludgeoning damage across the face.
Wow.
As it's grabbing into it, tears a chunk of flesh from your chin as it tries to reach in and bite you.
Alright, now I rage.
Big
Just-
yikes.
How dare this thing actually hit me?
It smells so awful.
See my hair?
He almost messed up that head. Almost. How dare you?
What a
Alright.
messed up hair.
Swing again. Ooh, I roll a 1.
You, it's still trying to, clutch at you, and you're bleeding, and you're taken by surprise, and you begin to gag as its putrid breath, as it's, snapping, trying to get closer to you. You stumble backwards, and your swing goes wide. And it follows up. This time it reaches out again, and you parry it, just barely missing you. Your turn.
You go down by yourself, begging you.
So that would be 20.
Hits.
10 damage.
10, okay. Your axe sinks deep into his chest and it halts for a second. Before it collapses to the ground.
Zombies are great.
I go up and stomp on his head for being a dick.
This is smashes like an overripe watermelon.
And releases the scent.
And-
Overripe watermelon.
Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw.
What did you get for stepping on its head?
It's 10. That's not strength based. So 10.
Constitution saving throw should be right.
Yeah, 6.
Oh, okay, so you rolled a
10.
Okay.
Oh.
You're like for a second before.
You open your mouth.
You swallow it a little bit, but casting your glance around, doesn't seem to be any further threat. But this is somebody who's been dead for a long time, and you see the blackened veins from and slightly gaunt visage of somebody who had suffered from the wither.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna make my way back to the wagons to see if I can't find somebody to help mend my glorious face.
Yeah, Offie is going to be trying to stumble out the back, like, I go help.
We've been
About halfway, you're met by a group of people who went out to see him.
Offie did.
I did at least.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they did. I don't know.
I don't know. You two? Did you
Yeah.
guys? No.
Yeah.
How apathetic of you.
Well, we went out.
But
to
yes,
see
I went.
if it was okay.
I went.
Okay. You're met by a number of the party. As you guys all meet up. Catmandu.
Would you run into a zombie or?
I explained to them what I saw. This shambling, walking dead guy.
All right.
Who's now a really dead guy.
Weird.
All right, come here.
Wait, did you go with? Or I thought you said you stayed.
I said, yeah, well.
Oh, okay.
He eventually he shows up like 30 seconds after you do.
Switch is back in hiding, by the way. Now that I don't need him.
I figured that.
Yeah.
Take one look at your face. I'm like, all right, come here. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh yeah, you've got healing spells too.
Yeah.
See, 2 supports makes a heals. We're fine.
Just remember, you guys can always take a short rest.
on the whatever it's called.
Yep.
6 HP.
Thank you.
Nice.
Some good old Iraq dice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. As
So,
you guys.
He tells us, and we go back. Maybe we don't have another choice, really.
Yeah, let's just head back.
Yeah.
Let's just head back.
Let us be on our way then.
Yep, Offie's gonna scramble back into the back of the wagon.
Okay, as you guys approach, Mansell just calls out from the slowed wagon. Welcome back. So what was it?
A walking piece of dead meat.
Oh, nice.
Like literally?
Yes. That is now even more dead. It's not walking anymore. It's just dead meat now.
He reaches over to something and just kisses it, and then pockets it again. Says, all right, we'll climb aboard. Let's get out of here.
I asked if he knows if there's any like rivers or lakes anywhere nearby.
There are, but they're much closer to the timberland.
I'm like, well, if we don't go to one of those soon, then we're gonna have to put up with the smell for a while. I'm assuming I'm covered in the.
Oh yeah.
That's why I go to get prestidigitation.
Viscera.
The viscera, yeah.
Whoever's got prestidigitation, help us out, please.
New.
Well, it's the price we all pay.
Okay.
I mean, being a barbarian, you know about dirt baths. It's basically what you take to keep clean out in the woods.
You see this hair? Can't get dirt in the hair.
How hard is it to maintain this hair?
It's fantasy and
It's okay. He randomly throws logic in his games too, so randomly.
Okay.
Occasionally, you can't just keep suspending your disbelief. Occasionally.
Shot in the head. What do you think happened?
Right? Gave him some aloe vera, massaged his neck. Alright. Sorry, another reference. Alright, so, you guys keep trotting on. The carts speed up. Over the next few days, you guys keep a wary eye out, but not another traveler on the road.
Yeah, Switch is gonna, by the way, keep looking through all of the stuff, whether Offie's looking through his eyes or not.
Okay, just make another investigation check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Right,
But
because
it's over days.
right, but the weasel can't do things. It has to squeeze through and then look.
Like things.
Well, no.
Well, that's a -2, so he found a bug.
He found something so shiny.
Oh my god!
And it took you a while to convince it to give it up, and it was worthless.
Oh, I give it back to him.
At least.
Turns out it was an arrowhead from one of the archers a couple of days back.
I give it back to Switch. He can have the shiny thing.
Yeah, this Switch is happy.
He's cute. And throughout the whole trip, Offie also gets lost entirely in her books. You just see her huddled up in the back of the wagon every day, just reading.
Yeah, you guys are free to converse if you so choose. Otherwise, we're going to skip on.
You say we've been traveling for a few days?
Yeah, the remainder, the last 2 days.
We're technically in downtime, so if you want to talk to people over the night or whatever, I'm saying Offie during the day is huddled in the back corner of the wagon reading a bright purple book that's it's rather worn, obviously very well loved. Possibly she found a couple people who knew mending to mend it a few times.
I try to be social with everybody except for him.
Okay.
I try to keep my distance
my
from him
God.
whenever I can.
You racist? Alright, whatever.
Offie is up to conversation.
Anytime that you get too close to him, he backs away hurriedly, and he always seems to touch his nose afterwards.
I'm just gonna fiddle with my golden coin.
Okay. So you're going to talk to Offie about anything in particular, or... I mean, they're in the same wagon. He's bound to bother her.
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy, just normal BS.
Nothing of consequence?
Yeah.
Nothing of consequence. That's okay. So why are you traveling here anyways?
To find my name.
Find your name? But don't you have a name?
I have a name.
Oh, okay. Are you... So are you... what kind of name?
In my clan, to be leader, you have to earn your surname.
Oh, that's interesting. That's... How do you tend to earn your surname?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
That's why I'm traveling.
That's really cool. It's a little easier for tieflings. We just kind of pick our names. That's why my name's Offlia, actually. It's a long story. I won't. So you're looking for a name. That's really cool. So you're just going somewhere where there might be a god to give you a name?
That would do it.
That would be quite the name to get from a god.
Godslayer would be a good name.
Oh. So that's what kind of names you're talking of.
Oh.
Okay, that works. She's trying to be polite about this.
One way to get a name.
That's one way to get a name. That works then. So have you been traveling very long then, looking for something like this to come across your way?
I started my travels very recently. Just this is the first time out of my village. On this current convoy, so it's only been a few months.
Okay, that works. I mean, this is one of the nicer caravans I've ever been in, honestly. I actually have been traveling since I've been really, really small. So you picked a great caravan to choose, actually.
Well, it's the first time I've actually ever been in a wagon for this long. Normally we just walk everywhere in my tribe.
Wagons are really nice, and that's coming from somebody with hooves. So anyway, you know me as Offlia, but you're more than welcome to call me Offie if it's easier for you.
Was that an insult?
It's a nickname that most people who tend to get along with me call me. I heard you call me Horns earlier. It's a nicer name that I've heard, but definitely not a name I'm used to.
I will try to remember Offie.
Okay.
But I do like horns.
Okay. I mean, if you want to keep calling me that works too. So the others that are on this, they're pretty interesting too. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, I like the other
Especially that
two.
cat
I don't know about Fluffball.
That's pretty cool. What? Cool.
I sneeze.
Sneeze somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty interesting. I haven't heard the Kenku talk much, though. Usually I hear Kenkus just mimic everything. They're kind of cute like that. I once had 3 Kenku sit around me as I played my violin, and we had a round going. It was really funny.
I think this is the first one I've ever met, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, they just mimic people.
What a shame.
So, I don't know. I think I'm going to try talking to them tonight. Have you talked to them much?
I've tried to talk to everybody in just little, short conversations. Except for the cat.
If you I sneeze again.
You seem to have something against cats.
They're just so shady.
Okay.
Can't trust a cat.
Can't trust.
I just keep sneezing. Oh.
If you say so. If you think so. I mean, I haven't met too many shady cats. Yeah. I've met more shady people, really. That's what happens when you travel, I guess. You just learn different things, huh?
Yeah, it is very true.
All right, and then I guess that conversation dies off because I'm running out of things to say. she slowly goes back to her book and waiting for whatever nighttime festivities happen.
Okay.
So this caravan doesn't sleep at all.
I think sleeping is what's going to happen tonight, right? Just sleeping.
Maybe.
So, the night comes. If anybody has anything, we're just gonna skip.
Offie's gonna try to talk to more people because why not? She's gonna sit right next to Squeak.
Are we like camped now then?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna sit next to Squeak. Hi.
This is basically happening over
Look
days.
at her suspiciously. Just we've been traveling at night together. We don't trust a lot of people.
Yeah.
So Squeege in his disguise, he's just got this cloak on with a big hood, and all you see is just a little beak sticking out.
Yep. So Offie's just, hey, do you mind if I sit here? She's like getting ready to sit next to Squeege.
He shakes his head down.
Oh, wait, so she asks, do you mind? And no, so she could sit.
Yeah.
So she'll go ahead and sit. And, you know that fight we did, you do magic? It's really cool. That's really cool. Did you learn from somewhere? So it
What's with all these questions?
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
We're allergic to questions.
I'm sorry. Well, geez, I don't know what to say then.
I don't mean to be rude. We just try to not necessarily keep to ourselves, but trying to bother too many people. Try to stay out of the way of others.
Oh,
Stay out
that
of the
kind of
way.
bother to me. I kind of want to get to know you guys.
Make a deception check because you're actually talking now. And they mentioned Kenkus before. No, because she's imitating you.
Fair enough.
13.
13?
Do I need to make a
It's against
What's your passive?
11?
11. Yeah.
Boom.
It's close enough. There's something slightly odd, but you're not paying attention.
Oh, I just want to make friends. I like making friends.
It's a very noble cause you have. Just be careful. Sometimes friends let you down.
As long as they knock. Anyway, so you guys travel together then?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool.
Sure.
Are you guys going to this town for anything in particular? I'm just trying to get the feel of the land
Oh,
of
well.
this.
We heard the rumors of the gods, and you know what they always say: curiosity killed the cat, and satisfaction brought him back. So
That's true. That's really true. So she kind of leans in close to you. Did you do anything to make the barbarian mad at you?
what's your name again?
Offlia, but you're welcome to call me Offie if
Honestly, I don't know how anyone could dislike an individual as ravishing as me. I find myself quite enjoyable. I find my company to be the best, actually. I've done nothing to the barbarian, but if he doesn't like me, something must be wrong with him.
At this, Manzel's pulled out a bottle and is pouring itself something stronger and goes, ah.
God, that one won't stop talking.
Offie will never stop talking. She wants to roleplay.
Shocker, it's a cat he's complaining about.
Again, I don't know how anyone could find me annoying.
Screech kind of like.
I noticed. God, I can remember that.
And since you said that you guys are allergic to questions, she's not going to push much further. She's just going to sit there, and she's actually going to use her thaumaturgy to mess with the fire, like make the fire blaze up.
If I may, what are you doing here, though?
Manzel's like, whoa.
Sorry.
All right.
And she stops, and
What are you doing on this voyage? Is there any reason to your trek?
I just had a feeling that I should move on from where I was.
A feeling.
Feeling.
Ooh, well, we did too. What are the odds?
Yeah, I don't know why I want to head on this one, but, sometimes you just follow your feelings,
Well,
right?
I hear where we're going is a lovely place, apparently. Very nice people. What I've been told, at least. Will apparently fit right in, from what I've been told.
That'll be new.
Manzel just kind of chuckles. He goes, well, they're definitely hardworking. And, I mean, they are nice, close to the border of Strona. That's definitely something.
Oh. Well then, what do you think about this Timber Maiden, though? That's quite the juicy story.
That was. I don't know what to think of her. I don't believe that a god like that could be a god.
Well, I don't think they care what you believe, but fair enough. That's very noble of you all the same.
I mean, if the gods are supposed to be here to help protect us, unless they're part of the ones that diverge.
Let's say there are not nice gods, just like there are not nice people.
I know, but at least the gods that I've seen interact, they seem rather nice.
Oh, you've seen gods before.
No, don't get that wrong. No, interact. Like they spoke through people, or they did something for somebody, or something like that. They work in mysterious ways, but
Yeah, black veins and shambling fools.
I don't believe that at all.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That doesn't seem very godlike.
You're more than entitled to your own opinion and your own beliefs. That's fine. You get it wrong, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, you seem like a nice enough individual, at least.
I tried my best to be nice. After all, after a while of being disliked in towns and such, you just want to see the good in the world.
Yeah, I saw you trying to fix that guy by sticking your finger in his neck. It was a noble effort, at least, I guess.
I don't think
I'm not so sure if you're trying to kill him or not.
I was trying to help him.
Oh, funny way of showing it.
Thanks. But I don't believe anybody deserves to die without first explaining themselves.
Okay. How judicial. Okay.
Yep.
That's all I've got to say. Just playing with my coin now.
Manzel's getting a little deep in his drink.
I believe it.
Do I notice that he's drinking?
Yeah.
It's a little obvious. He's starting to smell of a man, with liquor.
I go join him and ask him how much for a cup myself, my own.
Yeah, Afi's going to be changing parts of the
Make a persuasion check. I'd say with advantage because he's a couple of drinks in.
We've forced him to intoxicate himself. Ooh, I can't tell the other
Did you
one.
drunk? 7.
7. Yes.
Get your own.
You take a dirt bath, and then I'll give you one.
Deal.
As you go take a dirt bath, like taking the long grass to get like the leftover like gritty bits off of you, because you already took some of it off, because after a while it gets itchy, but you definitely dig a hole deep enough to get the slightly grainier, damper earth to start rubbing that stuff off. You come back, and he's already got a tin cup waiting for you from his bottle. He goes, "Cheers."
Roast. Yeah.
Combine.
Aphlia's kind of changing the fire's color very, very slowly into a blue. And
He's. I mean, even Lenore and Brian or Bahrain, Bahrain is like ooh and they're interested and they're just kind of watching it now.
She's going to pull out her violin and start playing music and have the fire change with the music.
Okay, make a performance check.
Yeah!
Oh boy.
Performance?
Let's play the music. Let's see what she rolls first.
17 plus 7, so I think I did pretty well. That's 24. 24.
Everybody, the conversation kind of lulls for a short bit as you guys get lost in thoughts, listening to the music, and as it ends, there's a smattering of clapping from Barian and Lenore.
I kind of turn to Cosmic and say, the bard thinks she's so cute.
I know, right? Gosh.
Alvis, because I actually looked on the character sheet this time, is staring out from behind one of the wagon wheels directly at the Genku.
Please, his eyes are just wide.
Yeah, just so wide.
Open.
He's just staring at you.
Alright.
Alright. Cool.
It's just a buff raccoon, it's okay.
The first and probably last buff raccoon I'll ever see.
It's a little weird. It's got normal back legs, but its front legs are he
skips leg day.
Have you
yeah, I was gonna say, he skips leg day.
Hind leg day, not foreleg.
Right.
In any more words of a certain individual, he's ripped. He's ripped.
This raccoon could drag one of you.
Especially 25 pounds.
You over there, Volgar. That raccoon would have a hard time budging you, but
Would he have a hard time budging the giant?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else is thin enough for this thing to drag.
Alright.
Is it a dire raccoon?
Also,
It doesn't have the jutty points that you'd expect or bone protrusions of a dire creature.
yeah, and even though we're skipping the days because you said we were, every night Aphlia is going to ritual cast Alarm. around
There you go.
the wagons and stuff. Because I forgot I had that until just now.
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped.
No, it wouldn't have, but-
unless, of course, they'd like gotten to the encampment. But that is a good spell to remember that you have.
So she casts alarm every night.
You know, having finally been ambushed in the night, the tiefling gets paranoid to actually start pulling out her silver thread and winding it around whatever she can. Are you setting it for an internal, or a very
Everyone's
loud?
gonna hear it. She's not strong enough.
What happened?
She's casting alarm, but I mean that's just more flavor than anything else. It's fine. Doesn't cost her a spell slot because she does it ritual.
Right, which takes you 11 minutes.
It does take me 11 minutes. Yay for ritual spells. So she does that every night. Y'all see paranoid tiefling.
Paranoid tiefling, y'all.
Paranoid tiefling.
Just wait till you meet an NPC that actually talks like this.
Oh boy.
Yeehaw!
Just wait till you find a dwarf.
Yee, and I cannot stress this enough. Ha.
I can't.
All right. So, witty banter aside, anything else to discuss?
I just was messing around and put exhaustion level 6. I'm dead now.
Yeah, you die at exhaustion level 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's a move.
Yeah, big move. Let me fix this real quick. Hold on.
You're so dead that a resurrection spell will not have effect.
Oh, wow.
Oh
I'm
no.
going to get more exhausted after I've died. That's impressive.
That's a big mood.
That is a big move. Oh, man.
Alright.
Okay. So,
This morning? Or do you want to wait for...
no, we can press. I don't think Chris has anything to say.
Yeah, I agree.
As you guys press forward, a mist rolls in, starting in the morning.
Is this on our final day?
You're 1 day out.
1 day
Okay,
out.
so not final day. Oh, this is the final day, excuse me.
Right, this is the final day of travel.
Aw.
Watkins, or Mansell, lets you know that in the morning we're going to camp one more night, and then we'll arrive about 3 hours into the morning.
Ooh, really early then.
Okay.
Roughly like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Oh, disregard. 3 hours after the sun comes up. But, okay, that's what it means.
Well, we will leave at around 6 or 7 in the morning.
I see.
So, then, enough time for Lenore to make us a breakfast.
Lenore's like the ancient lady, right?
Yeah, Lenore's in her 60s, and she seems jovial. She's actually one of the drivers.
Oh God, can she see?
She seems sure-footed and sure-sighted.
Well, that's better than not, I suppose.
Okay. I'm sad I forgot that I changed spells. Okay, never mind. So mist rolls in, I can't do nothing about it.
Alright, as you guys continue traveling through the day, night comes across you once more. As the mist never breaks, which is it doesn't seem to get any thicker with the sun out, but as night comes in, it blankets the area.
So vision up to
vision through the night is about a quarter mile out. As well through the day, it gets as bad as a quarter mile out. At night, you can barely see beyond the caravan.
Okay, so we're talking like
Heavily obscured.
30 to 40 feet, like sight.
Silent Hill?
Kind of getting in the Silent Hill region.
Cool. Took a wrong turn. All right.
Should have taken that left out.
All right. As you were. Excuse me.
You guys have a slightly restless night, as any little noise seems to jar and jump you.
Flea's going to send Switch out, and he's going to use his hearing as a perception instead of his sight.
His little ears.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check then.
With Weasel has advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing and smell.
Right.
So, with advantage?
With advantage.
So,
because you're not relying on sight for this,
Yeah,
because there is no sight in this darkness / fog.
yes, so he's going out and listening. She snaps him out pretty far.
I've got dark vision. I can see all of the fog
Same!
through the darkness.
Hey, it's gray.
Yeah. Shocking.
So that's... Perception is 21.
21.
21 hearing and smell perception.
You saw something.
In
Okay.
this fog.
Listening, you you hear a screech owl, which you look over. Or well, you don't, but Switch does, and sees Cosmic jump and then twitchily look up into the tree line, which he can barely see, as there's a small spattering of trees. Most of the area before it got too dark, you were starting to see stumps of clear-cut wood.
Okay. So that's all he hears is an owl, Cosmic freaking out.
Every now and then, Switch can hear what sounds like a growl and a far-off wail.
She's gonna tell Mansell that she thinks she hears growling and a whale, like a
Like
That kind of whale.
like a really far.
Yeah, I know. I know it's a scream.
What kind of dialect? Are we talking beluga?
Killer whale.
I gotta know.
So she'll tell Mansell that she can hear something beyond.
Like it's a far off moan.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, she'll let the people around her know that she can hear these things. She's not telling them how, but she can hear them. And she's keeping Switch out, just to listen.
I'm assuming she just with the horn she hears really well.
Kind of.
Amplify sound.
Yeah, they're like.
And she's let him know to let her know. So 100 feet is their talking distance.
Yeah.
So she's keeping him within 100 feet of her and just listening. She's not looking through him. He's telling her what's going on.
Yeah, he lets you know. You can definitely hear just out of the distance. And at one point, with that perception, you actually hear a light cackle. Just
Yeah. Just a very light cackle. She's gonna let Mansell and Volgar know about what she's hearing, and whoever else is around the area to listen. She's not being secretive.
How far? How many? Oh wait, we're all camping, right?
Yeah, this is the last night. You guys can't really.
Alright.
Volgar starts to get a little bit more peppy, a little bit more excited.
Calm down, my friend. It's our last night of travel. I'm sure everything will be just fine.
I hope so.
Famous last words.
No, that's not what I meant. It'll be nice and calm and peaceful.
Famous last words.
What's that?
What?
Who wants peaceful and quiet? That's you. You want peaceful and quiet.
Well, she's letting everyone know that, she hears things.
I'm sure it was just the leaves.
I don't think it's just the leaves, because I don't think leaves growl, laugh, or scream.
Yeah, but wild animals do.
Wild animals laugh?
Yes, called a hyena. Do I need to roll a nature check? I think I know what a hyena is.
Actually, go ahead and make a nature check, because you're not familiar with this area.
Fair enough. What I roll?
5.
Hold on. Plus
It's a hyena.
3. That's an 8.
8.
I'm sure some animals could do that.
Yeah. There are animals out there that can make noises that sound similar to a laugh. I mean, hell, you've spent days just in front of a cage of a bird that could mimic laughter.
See?
You've spent days in front of a person who looked like a bird who could mimic laughter.
If you can train a raccoon to tie someone up, I'm pretty sure a wild animal could go a little kiki over here and there.
Okay, but I think we should just keep an extra careful eye out on watch tonight.
That's fine.
Like maybe 2 of us at a time, if you guys would be willing just to help out.
Sure. I'll go with Squeege.
Okay. I guess I'll help Volgar.
And
then
Lord gets
if you want to
Manziel,
help
Washington.
Manziel.
I'll help Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Name like that. Hang on. Hello?
There's a break. So, so are we going to do the whole keeping watch tonight, or are we just going to skip through that despite figuring things out?
As far as you can tell, nothing's happening.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to skip through that night, then fine.
Yeah, it's just creepy.
It's just creepy? Okay. Well, Offie's paranoid enough to help Volgar, so... She does. Before her watch, though, she'd probably pray to her god.
Okay. Anything special that you're doing, or?
She's gonna go off a little ways. She's going to. What is she going to do? She's going to remove the necklace that she has, and she's going to take out the. She's away from everybody. She's like hiding herself in the fog.
Yeah.
For this. She's going to take the tapestry out of her bag, and she's going to wrap the tapestry and put the necklace that she has on it. So it's kind of like a tiny shrine-ish thing.
Okay.
And she's just going to ask for some sort of sign, guidance, or protection.
Okay. As you begin to kneel before your impromptu shrine, you reach down, think of your family. Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh God! Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Epic.
Oh, a flat 20.
Oh, wow.
Flat 20. Changebringer, right?
Yes.
Okay. You feel the pull down to the earth. You hear the clacking of wagon wheels on cobblestone.
I should be writing this down.
Your vision is drawn through a foggy town where you see people merrily laughing to each other in extravagant dress, and not even casting a glance at somebody, a small group of children, all with darkened veins across their face, all of which seem to be searching through a rubbish bin. And your vision comes back to you.
Okay. She will put her tapestry away, put her necklace back on, and she'll go ahead and head back to the group. She will not mention this, but she knows what to keep an eye out for.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what she does.
Anybody else doing anything on this last night before you enter town?
No, I'm not going to do anything shady. Except for simply exist, apparently. I'd never.
You're not gonna go hunt that owl that spooked you?
Oh no, it was so long ago. I've already.
Yeah, the birds are pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. But I got my carriage, my in-flight meal. So and it's better than not eating. So
Yeah, it's better than a lizard.
maybe. No, I've got nothing. Is anyone else doing anything else?
Nothing special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As dawn approaches, you guys have a quick last sparse meal with whatever's left. It's barely enough to satiate your guys' hunger. As you guys travel the last 3 hours into town, the fog never lifts. You can see the outline of the buildings, and surprisingly enough, through the dense fog, you can see people going about daily life as if it were like a mild spring. They've got light coats on over dresses, over like suits, and they seem to be somewhat well-to-do. And there's laughter and everything. Everybody looks like heart and healthy, as far as you can see. And as you guys stop at the edge of town, you guys disembark as Mansell looks down at you and says, "Right. If you need anything, we're going to be leaving in about 10 days. You can find me at the Springvine Inn." Welcome to town.
I thank Mansell Washington for his kind words and his excellent voyage, handling of us, I guess, during the voyage. And I guess we'll make our way somewhere else.
So.
Right. Well, I've got other business in town, and I'll see you later. As with a he moves the horse and begins pushing it.
Come on, you stubborn!
Yep. The donkey's not amused. I'm kidding. That is a joke from another campaign. I'm sorry.
It's a donkey.
All right. You hear the horses clop on cobblestone as the caravan, now empty save for a cargo load, disappears into the fog. And with that, we're going to call it a night.
Yay.
Excellent.
All right. Congratulations, guys, on our first episode.
We survived.
Yay.
And no one died.
And everybody is now level 2.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for listening to the first episodes of Cats and Crowbars. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please remember that episode 2 will be posted on June 15th. Thank you, and I hope to see you there.